Hello! Welcome ever so much to this week's episode of Ink of Fate, a primal Viking adventure. I am your Dungeon Master, KJ Potiff, and happy Galentine's Day, everybody! It's Galentine's Day, national holiday. I hope everybody observes in their own beautiful way. Let's meet on this beautiful Galentine's Day our fabulous Galentine's Day cast, starting with Elizabeth.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I play Ada, the Tuss Wizard Cleric, and I have a -4 to everything today.
I feel like I have that in real life. Joanna.
I'm feeling like a -2 today, pretty much. So, hi, I'm Joanna. I I play Otrune, the Wicker Barbarian.
Nick.
I'm Nick, and I play Cole, the Grimnir Fighter.
Thank you, Jay.
I'm Jay. I play Hav, the Squirrel Beastborn Warlock, and your squirrel fact for today is that squirrel eyes can see behind them. Yay! Very helpful today. I hope not, though. Please don't get any ideas.
Wait, like in their back of their brains?
Like, what?
What?
No, like
they're
behind
They just have
them.
really
They're
far
wizarding.
peripheral vision.
Yes, we just have really good
Oh.
peripheral vision. Jeez.
I didn't think that either.
I was like, what?
My first thought was like eyes in the back of their head.
I mean, I am a warlock.
A lot
you never
of
know what
prey,
we're up to.
animals have eyes on the side, which kind of makes you wonder why a Tarask might have that. Anyway, let's meet our fabulous
That's
guest as well. Let's say hi to Sarah.
Sarah, I'm playing Sigrun Skysplitter, the Horizon Walker Ranger from Farlanding.
Beautiful. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this game and the setting we're in, and get everybody caught up in case this is your first time. So, Ink of Fate, Primal Viking Adventure, is based on the Arcanum Worlds module, Raiders of the Serpent Sea. It's a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition module. We are following 2024 rules, along with some homebrew lingering injuries rules, just to keep things spicy. The story takes place in a very unforgiving world called Grimnir. Grimnir is Viking and Norse mythology inspired, though not necessarily historically accurate. Everyone is part of various raiding clans. The clans all compete and invade each other to earn glory and ascend to the halls of the slain. Everybody worships the gods of the Stone Court, who are the deities that founded the world of Grimnir back when they were mortal heroes. Everybody accumulates fate tattoos. These are runic tattoos, usually on the arm, that they accumulate when they come of age and throughout the rest of their life. That are tattoos that are meant to guide them and provide them insight into their future and their destiny and certain paths their lives may traverse. Grimnir is making its way through its 3rd straight year of winter due to unknown causes, and our heroes are the prophesied fate bearers, destined to lead the charge against Ragnarok. So, that should get us pretty much all caught up on the basics. Let's talk about more recent events. The city of Farlanding, home of the Risa clan, is under siege. All of the tall folk, halflings, and other folks that live there, which is where Sigrun is from, are under attack from swarms of hill giants that seem to have organized under some kind of authority. Most likely the Ironwood Witches, as you've discovered. You found your way to an ice palace at the Twin Peaks, home of the Frost Giants. All of the giants once thought to be mythical, now they are making their presence very much known. You managed to get an audience with King Ylrog of the Frost Giants, who seems fraught with turmoil, saddened by his increasingly distant wife, the fate of his clan. He's worried that he might be forced to blow the Great Horn and declare that the Frost Giants need to descend and attack all the small folk, which would be, needless to say, very bad for everybody. he has noted his wife's out-of-character behavior as of late, as she is the one who has been urging him to blow the Great Horn. He was not aware of the hill giant attacks, but seems very willing to help if you can resolve the family drama. And boy, is it messy. Seems that his wife has isolated herself on the other side of the fortress across the ice bridge. So there's Queen Erun on one side, King Yilrog on the other, and making his way in between them, looking exhausted AF, is poor Prince Guthrug, their beleaguered son, who is hoping to broker peace, if only so that he can rest, maybe?
Poor guy.
So after discussing with Yilrog his willingness to help should you succeed in resolving the conflict, you were invited over to the Queen's side of the fortress, and Queen Erun invited you to participate in an eating contest of sorts. So, that is pretty much where we left off. Did I miss anything? Any other items of note that we need to be reminded of?
Nope, I'm
They
double
killed,
checking my
like,
constitution. Yeah.
30-something frost giants in one, or hill giants in
Hill
one.
giants.
Oh yeah, there was a frozen waterfall that just kind of like flowed down and annihilated the hill giants. So they do seem to possess some kind
They're
of
very,
powerful defenses.
Ooh.
they're
Could
really
Odor
small
be
and
the
squishy
long lost
here.
prince of this place?
Rightful king.
That'd be really funny, actually.
Ooh, the
Yeah,
rightful
okay.
king,
Other piece of news. Children just randomly appear from this direction, so I got a lot of like questions that I'm gonna be throwing at you today. Just being like, parents, where children, how are they just losing them all the time? I would like to know these things. I got a hidden agenda, and it is understanding other cultures' parenting styles. That's what I really want to know. That's the real question of the night.
And to add on, I want to insight check her love for her son.
Ooh, fun. All right.
Yes, in a season of
So,
love, do they actually like each other? Let's be real. Does Cupid
Yeah,
exist in this
so,
world? I would like to call upon him.
Just to clarify physically, are you all following them to the table to participate in the eating contest?
Just to clarify physically, do we have a choice, or are those like 3 scary guards behind us like staring us down right now?
I think politically we don't have a choice.
Yeah, they're we're kind of
Grudgingly
stuck.
follow.
We're doing that physical first before we go to political.
Yeah,
Uh,
it doesn't seem to be super high stakes, other than they really want you to participate.
Get on
But
the
it doesn't seem like
shush.
there's like
Sure.
crazy heavy stakes on winning or losing.
Are we free to
Mhm.
go, officer? Please.
Always ask.
Am I being
Never
kidnapped
ask.
right now?
Um,
Yes? No? Maybe?
No.
can I leave?
Can't
No.
leave.
Can I leave?
No.
No. Okay.
Also no.
Valley Bear
Another
there.
question. Are these
Um,
all ladies? Are we just with all the lady giants and
kinda
tall folks?
looks like
Because
it.
that's also funny.
Well, that's the
Is this the
that's
lady
token I
side?
have for them. I only made distinctive
It's
tokens for the king and queen and the sun. Everybody else is just a generic token. So there's an assortment of genders,
Oh, God.
of which there are many. Just to make a
Yes.
point of that,
Yes.
there's more than 2.
There are more than 2.
There are more than
Moving on.
2,
Hence
but
the
there's only one
assortment,
token,
period.
so you're all gonna have to share.
Just
You all
in
get to
this
share the
case,
same
we
token
do just
now.
have to
Yeah.
use our imaginations. It's like we're playing
Don't say
D&D or
that.
something.
Yep. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So in your
So weird.
imagination, yeah, I know. No, I do not have unique individual tokens for every single frost giant and tall folk here.
Okay.
We forgive you.
With their blue skin and Viking regalia. Yes, I know. I tried.
What's that? What's that?
Anyway. Okay. So yeah, all genders are represented. Okay, yeah. Sigrun, you wanted to do insight check on specifically, does she love her son? Go ahead and roll for
This
that.
son that's right here. I don't know if there's other kids.
Can I also?
I lost
so
them.
confused.
It's fine.
I'm gonna have it be just Sigrun for now.
Okay.
That's good because
Okay.
who knows where my dice are gonna go tonight.
I don't know why I shouldn't. Oh, I had that. I don't know. I didn't mean. I know 12. I know.
No, all good.
Son of a bitch.
12. She's smiling very sweetly. It's coming across as sincere to you.
Oh, so she's just dumb that her son is tired. Okay.
Really hoping we could pull at the heartstrings to get them to get back together. Look what you're doing to your
Alright.
son.
Yep.
Ugh, that's
All right.
Oh,
She invites you to this giant table back here, with kind of a protective arm on Prince Guthrug's shoulder as she's like guiding him towards the table as well.
Guiding,
She's
kidnapping.
definitely looking
who
intently at
knows?
his face. The other giants make room for them at the table.
Yeah. While we do that, I'm gonna be like, hey, Akarn, I need you to like go spy. Go see if there's anything hidden around here. So I have
They
Akarn
make
go.
room for you all to sit along the opposite side of the table from them.
How hard is it to like? Are my feet just kicking willy nilly in the air right now?
I think yours are not the
Yeah.
only ones that are kicking in willy-nilly in the air.
If I
Yeah.
sit in this
Yours
chair,
are definitely not the only ones.
if I sit in this chair, can I see over the table?
If you sit in it, no. If you stand, you can peer over the edge. Yeah.
Do I have to sit on a table?
Okay, so
I don't
they
get many other
We might
species
have
here, do
to.
you?
Do they have a booster seat, baby? I need a booster seat, please.
one of them finds a fruit crate.
Don't laugh. All of you need
Like
one
a
too.
2 foot tall.
This is out of character.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
2
of
foot
you
tall fruit
also
crate. So
need.
now you're on like the same level as everybody else at least. A massive spread gets placed in front of you. All sorts of like herrings and pastries and fruit baskets and just baskets full of like apples and pears and there's even like some like more exotic things like I'm not sure if y'all have seen potatoes before. That might not be native to this region. Kind of a novelty.
Potatoes.
But plenty of like dried meats. There's some veal there. There's like salted pork. It's definitely a more extravagant spread than what you've seen recently among like the small folk, basically. All right. So I need everybody to make a con save.
Okay. Now, really quick, just so I'm clear, this is not food I'd be expecting after several like years of winter, right? Like, how rare is this food? Just so I have an idea. I am not gonna have a good night tonight. I can't tell already. Like, should I be alarmed by the kinds of food I'm being presented with right now?
No, it looks all like naturally grown, or acquired, cooked, cultivated. Let's see, Sigrun, did you have advantage or was it just the 9?
No, I think I keep double clicking by accident. I'm more.
Okay, no
I'll do
worries.
better.
Got the claws.
Oh,
You're the
okay.
same as me.
All right.
Is,
Uh,
could I?
Hey, I'm right above
is
you.
There, is there any way to tell how they feel about, I don't know, magic intervention to help you win?
in general, I'll say raiders consider it dishonorable unless it's stated beforehand that magic is allowed.
Okay.
And if you get
Lawful
caught
back.
using magic when it's not agreed upon, then yeah, it could be considered
Yeah.
very dishonorable.
Yeah.
All right, so Hap and Sigrun, Hap with your teeny tiny squirrel belly, and Sigrun with your little elf digestive system.
I'm just so angry.
Everything is just too rich. you cannot physically eat anymore. You're gonna throw up.
Nope. If you remember my one squirrel fact from many, many
Squirrels
weeks
cannot
ago, squirrels cannot vomit.
Feels like
Okay,
it,
then
but
your
you can't.
your
It can
stomach will
feel like
burst
it.
open like an alien.
It'll feel like it, but I can't vomit.
Right.
Poor Hap, you're just gonna be
Just
suffering.
I might suffer, but I will do so with honor. Or not disgracefully. I don't really
Alright.
know the difference, but, not disgracefully. Suffer. It's fine. I knew this was not a contest for me to win anyway.
Yeah, Arun and Guthrug succeed and are able to continue eating. And Arun gives Guthrug a proud look. Call Odrun and Ada, please make another con save.
They're super embarrassed, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not doing so hot right now. What the hell?
Hey. Everybody
Yeah.
succeeds. What does it look like as you all are like gorging yourselves, by the way?
I know what I look like. I'm looking at Cole being
Confused.
like, okay, this is a little weird, but good job, buddy.
I think it's just been a long few weeks.
Yeah, we've been walking in the
Really-
snow for a long time.
Really, really cold.
Odrun
I
is
haven't had nice food
intensely
in a long
uncomfortable.
time.
Alright.
Intensely uncomfortable.
You three, another con save.
And slightly regretting that I can't taste it.
Oh.
Alright. Guthrug puts his pushes his plate away. He just kind of like rests his head in his hands and rubs his eyes a little bit. And just kind of leans back, sipping mead to watch the remainder of the proceedings. So it's just Arun against you three. Everybody, you three make another con save.
The frick?
Did we ask what happens if we win, or we don't know? I don't remember if
I
we.
don't know.
I don't know
we
if
should have
there's
probably
actually
well,
anything for us if we win.
We get
Just
slightly more respect.
competing.
This is just how we do dinner.
All right, Odrun, that is a failure.
I
You are
figured.
somehow in your tree-like body. You are gorged.
Odrun is just
Um,
gonna like slightly kind of sit down and like lift up the shirt a little bit and just start pulling things out.
This is terrifying for people that have not
front of
gone
everyone?
No.
That's
rude.
terrifying.
I'm sitting, like I said, I sit
That's
down and
horrible. Okay.
slightly pull up the shirt and just start slowly like
Wait,
pulling
it's
things
just
out
like
under
this.
the table.
Did they have pet
Make a
dogs
stealth
here?
check.
Or sleight of hand.
Oh no.
One of the frost giants gives you a weird look. All
Oh,
right,
And
Ada
then,
and
then you
Cole.
see Odrun just kind of take like the thing that was halfway out through the stomach and just push it back in and slowly lower the shirt.
Not even no.
Okay, success.
Shit, Ada.
Roll again.
Oh fuck.
No.
Okay.
Ooh.
Like Ada was not who I want to rely on for this
Ada is-
competition.
It's-
Don't
we
take
have
it
some-
personally. No,
this
you're not
is
at your
fun
top
story.
form right now.
So
It's true,
Cole?
I'm not.
that is a
Mhm.
failure.
Mhm.
At the same
For sure.
moment that you find yourself unable to continue eating, Queen Arun, who rolled a 2 on the die,
Oh my god.
also finds herself oh so reluctantly pushing away her plate. And Ada,
Let's go.
Ada, what does this look like?
What can you get? Oh my
I
God.
think this just hit on like Ada's actually very competitive and she feels awful, and so she already felt awful, and it was just kind of like plowing through,
Mhm.
Amazing.
and she looks a little bit embarrassed.
You pat on the shoulder.
It
Oh, I
looks
had
like
some wind
Odrin and
going
Ada are
last time,
sharing
I
a chair,
need
so
wind.
Odrin's just gonna.
That's what was missing.
Just kind of lean on Odrune.
Okay. It's okay.
I'm just gonna remind Cole that you lost the same time as a frost giant queen did, so like clearly you're cool.
Thanks.
This
Wait,
is
stop,
a
Cole.
this is
Thank you. You know, Ada won.
Scott doesn't care.
I'm too confused right now about that. I'm a little confused how that happened. I'm gonna look at Ada. Ada, do you feel better now after all, did that
No.
food help?
No.
You know, did it like give you energy or anything?
No.
That's a waste.
Just here.
Is this like if you feel bad, you have like a new eating ability? Is that what happened? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I know like when it's like my time, you know, I get a little hungrier. Is that what's happening? Is that why?
No.
You can't ask that.
Why not?
Anyway,
Cole fully thought that
uh,
Hap meant my time is when Hap is dying.
So we've had
I
this
was
talk.
like, what?
That's alright. Odrin looked at Cole too, like, wait, what is she talking about?
Yep. So as you all are kind of like bantering as you're finishing up eating, Queen Erun, she gives you a very impressed look.
Yes.
I grow tired of this civil war, and I'm sure everyone else tires of it as well. You would all make quite valuable assets to the Frost Giants. I'm sure we could find you a place at the king's side.
What about your place at his side?
But not my place, obviously. In his
Yeah,
ranks.
Of course.
By the way, has a Karn found anything during this time that I've had a Karn fluttering around? Just FYI. The Karn's
Staring
been
roll
like,
blankly while
investigation.
everyone else is eating.
Arn's just
Roll
like, I'm not looking over there.
investigation.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, we'll see where he ends up.
Investigation, that's the intelligence one, right? Yeah, I know how to do things.
Is she
Wow!
invisible
A
or no?
card! A card's always invisible.
Karn's
Okay,
not
I wasn't sure.
Akarn thought that they were participating in the contest too, and now Akarn just has a great big belly, but it's like this big, it's like a little grape-sized overflowing belly of food, and just lying like prone, like little legs sticking out
Like
on
a
the
puppy.
surface
But
somewhere.
still
Not
invisible.
that any of you could have. Yeah, still invisible though.
Going like, give me a minute, I'll get up. I just need to keeping it down.
I have an above table question. Something's ringing a bell that the word boon is important in this world, like it holds some kind of meaning.
Does this count as
Is
a
like asking
tavern?
for a boon a thing?
Is asking for a boon a thing? I feel like
Like
blood
I
oaths
couldn't
are a lot
remember
more
if it was
common.
like mechanically a thing. Okay.
Yeah, mechanically, not specifically.
Okay.
There are supernatural boons, but there's also like just granting a boon like a favor.
Piggybacking off of that though, our glory points like means in taverns we get like things that happen. This is not technically a tavern, but I'm getting that vibe. Does that do anything? Do we get
Don't the
did
glory
they
points
any
do more
recognition?
with raiders?
I know, but like this feels adjacent. Last time we had a contest
there's-
was like in a tavern.
Yeah, so glory points don't come up that often, so this is a good time to review. So the glory points, first off, each level does something different. Sometimes it's a one-off event, sometimes it's a permanent benefit. Like right now, I think you have like advantage on intimidation against Baindor and like persuasion against raiders, that kind of thing. But then there's also you can wager glory points when you're making, I believe it's persuasion and intimidation checks. You can wager a certain number of glory points and add it as a bonus to your roll before you roll. Is the thing. You have to do it before you roll. And you do risk losing them. Now, if your party is bloodsworn to each other, you only risk losing 1 point of glory, no matter how many of your glory points you wager. So it like mitigates the risk.
Oh, commitment.
I'd have to double check the rules, but
We all know how Hat feels about commitment.
I
but
mean,
yeah, those
it's not
are the
even just
general-
commitment. It's like a blood oath commitment. That's like a little. I don't think even like typical marriages. Does marriages in this world involve blood oaths?
no, it's more like a cute little hand fasting kind of thing.
Okay, so if I have a blood oath with you, that's bigger than if I got married, is what I heard. That's what I heard right now, and I don't even want to be married to y'all.
There's
That's
different.
so
weird.
cute.
Yeah.
If
Anyway,
you were more like a tree, I would consider it a teeny tiny bit more.
Good to know. Good to know.
Queen Erun continues. She seems to just she just seems chatty. She's like, now, if you do choose to join our ranks, I'm sure it will come as no surprise that my very brave and gallant son here would be not long. It will be not long until he takes the throne from his poor ailing father. He's become slow as of late.
Slow.
But my
In
son
what
is
way?
brave and decisive.
In what way is
Keep
he
on
becoming
Is this
slow?
son? Is the sun still passed out on the table too while we're talking about this?
He is not passed out. He's actually like perking up a little bit at the praise. He
Aw.
just, like he just likes hearing nice things about himself.
If I more sad now. Okay.
What benefits do you offer your soldiers? Do you protect their families?
Oh, every bargain is different, though I'm sure we could include that as well.
I care about the horn less than is it?
Well, you see, I think some of us might hesitate just a little bit at the thought of joining the people that would then go and subdue our own people. Seems a bit of a conflict of interests, if you don't mind me saying.
Well, I understand your reticence and I respect your loyalty to your people. We are loyal to our own as well, and I can certainly respect that.
Of course. Now,
Sure,
I did have a
sure.
question.
Yes.
Because we spoke with your husband, and he has much the same sentiments where he would like to mend these literal bridges between the two of you. And he mentioned that you had seen some signs that it was time. What signs have you seen that have led you to believe that it's time for him to blow this horn?
Well, as a DM, I'm pausing because I'm not 100% sure what this is giving me for that. She says, your people have your own priests, clerics, diviners, seers. Our own have indicated that Ragnarok approaches.
Of course, it's a Ragnarok thing.
Why is that so common lately?
Why?
If Ragnarok is not the time to take decisive action, then when shall we? Shall the horn never be blowed? Shall we never meet our fate?
Well, I think my other question then would be, Ragnarok signals more so the end of the world. Wouldn't you want to prevent your people from being ended more so than possibly leave yourself defenseless?
The Frost Giants are a hardy people.
Indeed.
I doubt a apocalypse of the small folk is enough to take us down. We survived the Lost Lands, and we would survive the fall of Grimnir too. I seem to have
Ragnarok is
frightened you, I
like
see, though.
Oh, no,
I
we're
know
very
you
familiar
see.
with Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
I know you see the Frost Giants as a threat to your people, and again, I respect your hesitancy. If you were to persuade my darling husband to sound the horn, my faction will take care of that little hill giant problem down the valley.
Oh,
not a problem if we're all dead.
Eh.
I mean, as generous as that offer is, Your Majesty, it does sound a bit like we're trading the rest of the world for one group of people. Not saying that it is not a significant group of people, but it doesn't quite sound as fair as it could be.
I understand. I
Are
figured
you
I would offer.
It was generous, as I said.
How do you know you're supposed to blow the horn? Who gave you the horn?
That is a fair
The
question.
horn has been passed down since before our people arrived in Grimnir.
where was it from the Lost Lands?
I don't entirely know.
So you're just gonna blow this horn, but you don't know where it's come from? How do you know it's not a trap? Turned into a story. Maybe you're
How
not
do you-
supposed. I don't know.
How do you know your stone court lives and influences your lives? How do you
Why do you
know
say
that
my
any
stone?
the Lost Lands
Oh,
were ever a place at
no
all?
idea.
Oh, you shouldn't ask me that. I don't actually claim them, really. I should really tell you this other story that I think is actually even better.
Anyway,
I would love to tell you all about
She cuts you off.
actually.
What do we know of Ragnarok? Because she
Anyway.
phrased it in a way that makes it sound like the tall folk are the cause of Ragnarok.
The horn is a trap.
Not necessarily
It's a
the
trap.
tall folk, just
Was that how she understands it though?
Or just say the horn's a trap.
No, I think she thinks that Ragnarok will wipe out all the small folk, and then the tall folk, or then the giants can just, the frost giants can
And
just.
the giants
The
shall
horn
inherit
was
the earth
knocking
when
out the
all
tall
the
folk.
tiny things are gone. Which totally worked out great for the dinosaurs. I don't know who they are, but I'm sure that's how that worked.
Yeah, it is pretty clear that if they blow the horn, they are going to prepare to invade and attack anybody who's not a giant, basically.
Yes, well, I think the horn was a trap given to your people to actually ensure your demise, and they just tricked you into thinking it was actually for your glory.
Really close to
This is
sneaking away to
normal.
destroy the horn.
This is normal.
You know,
Half
I'm-
loves their conspiracies. I
Half
do
does
have a
love
question
I'm-
though.
I'm just saying,
Yes.
it makes sense to me. What best place to lay a trap than to pretend it's actually the opposite of that? Through stories that you don't know the origin of. There's a lot of
You had a
trickster
question.
gods out there.
How do your people feel about the Jotun?
Jotun.
Actually, that is a good question. How do they feel about the Jotun?
It's a great question.
We're not particularly concerned about non-giants. Our loyalty is to our own, first and foremost, above all.
Does that include tall
And-
folk? Are they part giant? I've always wanted to know. Is that a rude question? I think the food's gone to my head.
The tall folk around here appear just as any of the others around the small folk.
So you're saying the tall folk are actually small folk to you giant folk?
To us, it's a bit of a misnomer, I'll admit, yes. I will say I am quite curious. You seem very concerned about the sweet little settlement, that Risa clan. What are you planning on doing if King Yilrog does not come to terms with me and mine?
Well, we believe that the hill giants are being influenced, coerced, led by the Ironwood witches. So that would likely be our next path.
Admittedly, we didn't really know you were here, so I guess you'd just be returning to as inconsequential to the world as you were prior, considering that nobody knows you're even around.
I send Story to Hap to just start fucking with Hap.
Deathrug. How is Deathrug doing?
And Story is currently weasel form.
Yes, a weasel. Hap's favorite.
Okay.
Wait.
How
Oh,
does Deathrug look right
go
now?
on.
Odrun
Wait,
actually
go away.
is gonna chime in actually a little bit along those lines and say, here's the thing. Not that I would say you are inconsequential. I would
Go away.
say that you, to the rest of the world, are considered mythical. Nobody knows you actually exist, and the only frost giant we've seen beside you told us she was the last of her kind. Now, it says that the horn, at least what your husband said that the horn would signal to frost giants all over the world that it was time to take over. Who's to say they even know what it actually means?
Is this the last of your kind?
That is my question, is do you know for sure that you are not the last of your kind?
Wherever did you run into one of ours?
Well,
See?
The well of
she
wisdom.
she came from the north, somewhere, she said. She couldn't even really give us a direction except north.
You know,
She was trying to get to the well of wisdom.
Wait, the well of wisdom. You ran into Hlami.
who?
Oh, that was her name.
Who's that? Do you know somebody named Flobby who was going there?
Oh, that was her name.
You knew it.
Is it a sister? Please don't tell me it's a sister.
I don't suppose she's still alive.
She
Unfortunately-
would have been. She would have been.
Well, she
if
tried to kill
like,
us, so it was only fair.
Oh my god.
Did try to kill us.
They didn't know anything, guys.
I was
No one
gonna
figured it
try to
out.
play cool. God!
I didn't even give it a shot.
Pollinator are here.
They're not cool.
I'm just gonna try to hide side the call. Should I give back the ring?
We sold it.
Oh, we did sell it. Right. Never mind.
Odrin is just down,
Oops.
face down, and hands down in face. Like, really? Really?
I'm impressed that she avoided revealing our existence. Her loyalty was commendable.
Huh?
Check that bullshit.
Yeah, I want to insight check that.
Go for it.
Okay.
I'm not any good at this, but this feels like a lie that I would make up.
It does, but at the same time, she knew her name.
I mean, she might have known of the frost giant. Some giants got away. You never know. They could have tortured some hill giants. Got the name.
Hlami was from here.
Oh,
It's her
And you
twin
can tell
sister.
she's
Oh my god. Don't tell
The
me they're
real twin.
related.
One of our best guards, actually.
well, she was
Why
born.
was she at the well of wisdom?
Oh, the king sent her to investigate, see what sort of magical resources were there.
It had been
Alone?
massacred.
Everyone was dead.
Well, were there any giants besides Hlami?
Yeah, 2 hill
No.
Hill giants.
There were 2 hill giants who
No.
were helping her.
Man, I can't lie now if you already tell the truth.
So she only eliminated a few inconsequential obstacles then.
Again,
Okay, this is
it's
gonna be
really
a
hard
really
to
random
to
question. How close
to the
is
source.
this ice palace to a potential avalanche mountain? Like,
Like
just,
an avalanche that could fall on here?
yeah, just out of curiosity for no apparent reason. I would just like
These
to
are
be
the
aware,
tallest
is there
peaks in the immediate vicinity.
But that does bring up the point. They have that magical stuff that can wipe you out with one waterfall or river, so we should probably
only if you're
keep an eye on any traps in
standing
the room.
in the way of the
We should still check for
waterfall?
traps in the room before we piss
I
anybody
might be
off.
dumb,
Part
but
of
I'm
me,
not
I don't
hill
kn-
giant dumb.
Part of me, I don't know the politics of giants. So obviously there's hill giants attacking your area. We saw you wipe them out. It was very spectacular. Why would Lami work with hill giants? Are you natural enemies, or is it just a certain sect?
I wouldn't say natural enemies, more like useful tools when needed and annoying pests when we're not using them. They're quite thoughtless brutes, to be frank.
What's the quickest way to sway their opinion, or to make them do what you want? Do they love turkey legs?
Be bigger.
Really? Because they were being led by someone smaller.
No, they
It's
weren't.
true.
You might be losing your touch.
No, they weren't.
The grim trolls.
I was talking about like little wolfkin
Oh.
creature
Mhm.
thing.
Oh yeah,
They were
Ah!
being led by
I
something smaller.
remembered something!
I forgot.
I'm just saying, you might be losing your touch because they were being led by something smaller.
It's true.
Can we make a deal and Guthrag come with us and explore, and he can see with his own eyes what we've been seeing, and no one touches the horn until we come back, and then we can discuss then?
How is Guthrie taking all of this
Mhm.
conversation? Any
Looks like
reaction?
Yeah, same.
Roll insight.
Yeah, I as well.
Aw,
Anybody wants to.
Great. I'm so good at this.
Wow. Even with advantage, I suck tonight. I got Jay's
I
dice.
can't.
Just the
You can't have my
-4.
dice because I still have them.
They've multiplied.
Apparently.
We've had
Multiply
babies.
asexually.
Hilarious. So here's the thing. Technically, with ability checks, Nat 1 is not necessarily a Nat 1.
Probably negative
So
at this
you got
point.
you got 6.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cause he got a 4.
Oh, wow.
So everybody
Hey,
is able to
babe.
kind of get a read on him. He,
tummy hurts.
I mean, for the most part, it's still that same stress, exhaustion that you're seeing. You do see a curiosity when you mention witches, and concern when she mentions sending Clammy to go investigate the Well of Wisdom. And he glances down and looks away anytime she mentions encouragement to blow the horn.
Take him with us. Separate him from the group and then question him.
Would it not make sense for now, given that it's been hundreds of years in which our peoples have existed alongside each other, us unaware of you, of course, to deal with the threats at hand, the witches, and then the greater threat, Ragnarok, the Jotun, and because I don't believe that the Jotun will only target the small folk. They'll target whoever they wish. And once we've worked through that entire process, and Grimnir's still here, because we are the Fate Bearers, I think we forgot to mention that, why not come back to the idea of when to blow the horn then? And then you can crush us all as the small little things we are.
I need everybody to roll one more insight check.
Oh no.
It's really scary.
Jeez.
I don't know why, but it feels really scary. No!
Well, Sigrun, you and me.
I have +6. It's really upsetting. It's not helping me at all.
I got
today.
0.
Wait, I did my rune on this, so it's a 11.
Okay.
Apparently, Cole's the only one who sees it.
I don't know. We don't know what. Maybe they're doing a roll. Maybe it's gonna be a nat 1 for them.
It's natural 20.
Cull,
Yeah, it's only call.
she does not want Prince Guthrug to leave.
Oh, we want to leave even more now.
She is, like, you see that she is unpersuadable on this.
Jesus.
Does Guthrug have a reaction?
Am I able to tell if she even wants him to leave her presence at all, or just not the area?
You get the sense of, like, when you mentioned leaving the palace, that she doesn't want him to leave. But there's a, it's an urgent, feeling that you're getting from that.
Uncomfortable.
Okay.
What's going on?
We're still behind the table, I assume, or like the table is still covering our, like, at least that down.
Yeah, so yeah, your heads are visible, but if you sign below the table,
Hell
she
yeah.
can't see it. She might see you, like, looking sideways at each other and looking at each other's laps, but
We're all just like this.
Cole is
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
hoping that
Yeah.
everybody tries to be not as obvious, but he's
Not
gonna
cool.
sign. He's gonna assign. He is not allowed to leave. Not by her.
He's a grown man.
Or else
Well-
he is often different.
Do you have someone you would offer then? Who you would trust their opinion when they came back if they told you we were telling the truth? That's awful.
frankly, I do
person.
not see
Oh.
this ending any way other than with us blowing the horn.
I didn't say that out loud, by the way. Just want to say.
Yep, all good.
So
About to
you
just
don't see
destroy the
any way
horn.
your husband could reconcile with you without blowing the horn. That's your you won't give on that at all.
Does anyone have
No,
thaumaturgy?
no, it is our destiny.
Okay, can we
Me.
go in there and make it sound like the horn was blown to her, but not actually blow it?
They're gonna launch an attack.
We also
Only
have
her hears it, not everybody.
we also have the other bighorn thing.
Yeah, but we don't know what this bighorn sounds. Oh, but neither do they.
Neither
Yeah.
do they.
Hey,
Yeah, but
just
either way, it
we're
would launch an
still
attack.
in.
Which is not
Yeah.
what we want.
I know, we're
But
on the
if the
verge of
other one's
something, this is an
magical
idea.
and would like compel them, then if it's not that, it's just a sound, nothing happens, and then their legend isn't
No, but
true.
think logically.
Like Hep
If
said.
you hear a horn to attack, where's the first place you're gonna go to start? You're gonna go to the armory. If we can get them there, we just trap them in there. We know where they're gonna run first. Put knock on the door. If doesn't have knock.
No.
So
Oh, well.
the queen notices that you all seem to want to discuss things, and she's like, you know what?
Sorry.
Let me give you a little bit of time. Why don't you make your way over to the entry area by the bridge?
Thank you.
Prince
So
Guthrum
Guthrum,
will stay
come, I'd
here.
like
I'll
to
make
get to
sure
know
he
you
gets
better.
some
Come and
drink
talk
in
with us.
him.
Do you mind actually if we
Guthrum,
ask the prince a
thank
few
you.
questions about your culture?
He's super cute.
Yes, I suppose you can have a few words with him.
Yes.
Feel free.
flirting
Sire,
with
would you
the prince? Is
would
that
you
what
mind
happened?
walking us out of here?
Your Highness.
Is he looking at any of us favorably? At all? Like,
Odor, maybe?
maybe Odor. He has the best chance.
He's so nice.
Um,
I don't know what his type is.
Not at any one person specifically better than the other.
That's disappointing.
Awesome.
This
No,
is
that's
Valentine's
better.
Day.
So
We
he
could have had a
follows
little
you
spice
to,
in it.
Are you trying to set
Yeah,
Cole
he
up
follows
with
you
a
to the
frost
adjoining
giant?
chamber.
No, I'm still looking for a tiny Twinkie musician for Cole,
a frost
actually.
giant.
Oh, I
Not
thought you were
a
thinking
frost.
like a frost giant twink, but okay.
Is he a frost giant twink? Can you
He
describe the
kind of
prince
sounds
again?
like a frost giant sad boy at the very least.
Yeah,
Emo
he's
boy.
definitely a sad boy.
Does he play music? Because I can be persuaded to change my mind.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, the lute.
Well, the whole fate of the world is also
You
at
know
hand,
what,
so let's
I'm
consider
The fate of the
gonna-
world has been at hand for years.
I'm gonna
Perfect time to
claim
write music.
Schrodinger's attractiveness that I am gonna declare him neither hot nor not hot. Like,
No,
neither
no.
twink nor
Not
not twink.
hot.
Like,
That's
we're gonna leave that
great.
undeclared.
Prince, how do you feel about music as we walk
Oh.
along here?
Oh,
What's
no.
giant music like? Do you have giant instruments?
You have to scream it from down below.
Cole, it's happening again.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Cole's
yeah,
gonna
I
like
suppose
shove
we
a
have
hand
instruments,
over
yeah.
Hap's face and like
I-
lean in.
Good
Uh,
luck.
have-
I would like
I
to save.
Odrun is actually gonna take like
Attempt
intercept
at
his
this.
hand and be like, let it ride for a minute until we get out of the room.
I would like to
Have we left the
dodge
room
Cole's
yet?
hand.
No, you're out of the
Please.
room.
Okay.
Okay.
Aaron stays in the
Uh,
Wait,
kitchen.
what-
We're
did
not
he
in
say?
earshot of said queen lady.
What did the
Mhm.
prince? I am asking about culture. What's wrong with you? I thought we wanted to learn culture. That's what I came back on. So, Prince, please tell me about the ways
Culture?
of your people musically.
I don't get to know yet.
Music is a part of culture. You want cultured raider.
Music's so
I-
lame. I have
I
to ask,
beg
how
you,
often do you
I am
leave
not
the
a raider.
palace?
Music. I asked first.
Oh. Yeah, I guess we have a lot of instruments like anybody would have. You know,
Can you play-
drums,
you
harps,
play any of them?
lyres.
What about you? What do you
I-
like? What kind of music?
Shut up!
I
don't
whack my
play.
tail at Cole's face.
I'm more of a drawing. I do charcoals.
Oh,
I would like to
lovely.
insight check
Lovely.
Cole to see if Cole likes charcoal drawing people. Cole?
Odrun's
Or
already
is it
very
only the musical
interested.
ones?
Ooh, what kind of stuff do you like to draw?
I
God.
have met this really great beast board who was going through an artistic, like, interesting artistic phase in their work. We should, like, leave and I can introduce you, I'm sure. They want to make a beast war village just like you made a giant village.
When you ask what kind of things he likes to draw, he's like, I don't know. Do you play instruments or draw things?
Yes!
I make
Cole!
things. Odrun
Oh,
will
no,
hold
wait
up,
a
like,
minute.
I'm gonna say no check needed. He deflected a bit when you asked what he draws.
Ah, got it. Got it.
So,
Odrun
do
will
you-
still
how-
go, oh hey, look, see,
So-
this is the kind of thing I make, and like show him this itty bitty little wire wrapped necklace.
Trying something, and
Um,
now you're flirting with the prince? My
Not
God.
Are you hoping to are you gonna try to like give them jewelry or something? Or, I don't
Oh,
know what you're saying.
We've lost the
Sorry.
plot.
Yeah,
No.
we're-
Yeah.
There was a plot?
It's always like this. I have to
Yes,
ask.
this is normal.
I mean, the palace is beautiful, obviously. But like, how often do you travel? Do you see the world?
Like the Beastborn village full of artisans I told you about.
Well, I mean, obviously we don't go anywhere near smallfolk settlements, but
Oh
shit.
sure.
I've been around a good part of the mountain range. We have a couple of orchards and well, I shouldn't say how many, like how we're settled, because that's private and I'm not supposed to say.
You're fine.
You've never once peeked
Yeah, I-
in.
Haven't been out recently, but
Oh,
I
where's,
have
How
gone
where's
long?
out.
that? Where's that?
I haven't been up to it, to be honest. It's a bit taxing.
Do you go on like
Me
tours
too.
of the kingdom? Like, do you have other big giant folk towns you have to like go visit as a prince? I don't really know how royalty works. It's not my area of expertise. I mean, I'm sure it's somebody else's, but not my area of expertise.
You know, we've not kept ourselves secret for centuries just to share it all with what seems to be a very
course.
chatty
That's
squirrel.
fair. Your
It's
Highness,
very easy to keep a secret if there's not much to tell, to be fair, so,
if
you
I
know.
may ask, your mother seems very unwilling to move her position.
You guys are willing to kill a lot of people and you never even looked at
And
them.
yes, and I'm sure you have been working very hard. You seem very tired. Is there anything you think we could do to help you in this situation?
I need you to roll persuasion with advantage.
Okay.
Are the guards listening to us, by the way?
I want a Karn to go look for a map. A Karn
want-
has finished eating. I want a Karn to go
Karn
flying
to look for
around
a
and
map
look.
specifically.
Well, I want a Karn specifically to find a map of giant territory. Because I'm not convinced that the giants can be summoned from around the world if they don't exist around the world. So I would like to know. I want giant territory.
Okay.
I would like a map of the giant territory. I mean, they have like a map of
Okay,
battle plans. Like, let's go with that too.
Go ahead and roll an investigation for a Karn while I resolve
Lord.
Odrun's persuasion check.
Can I use my rune for a Karn?
No. No, this is a Karn's check, not yours.
I mean, now it's a Karn's check. Now when I want to use my rune. Actually, let me double check something.
I don't think there's really anything you can do to help unless you had a
I'm
way
trying
to stop relentless nightmares from keeping me up all night.
Relentless nightmares.
Oh.
About what?
Jay, you know, just like
Well,
royalty, I think we have to know somebody else about that too.
What kind of nightmares?
Actually, Odrun could do that. Hit him really hard in the head.
I can relate to nightmares. I tend to have them almost nightly. What are you dreaming about? If I can ask.
It's sorry, it feels embarrassing to admit.
It's all right.
My parents haven't been able to pay much attention given everything. I don't even really know why it bothers me so much. It's not really anything all that specific, just eyes looking out of the darkness and violence and blood and fire and just a mess.
Violence, blood, and eyes. What?
Yeah.
This
what
may
kind
sound
of
funny.
eyes?
What do those eyes look like?
Oh, just nightmarish apparitions.
Are they
I don't
like
know, just
yellow or red or any specific color?
variety of
Snake
colors, I guess.
like.
Just men and women just with evil-looking faces and
Men and women.
just all pressing in on
So
me.
you see figures. Is
Sort of. It's all very vague and messy. It
right.
Any of them wearing red?
just wakes me up every time.
I have to ask, when did this start?
Oh, just a couple weeks ago, I think.
Were you around anyone new when it happened?
No, everybody here has been the same. We don't really get a lot of new folks around here.
Sure.
Like
You think your mom would let you leave if you had a good night's rest?
She has no problem with me leaving.
Then let's go. Don't turn around. Just keep walking. Everybody go. Just walk.
No, I'm I'm not just going to randomly leave with a bunch of little strangers.
Just wanted you to prove you could. Sounds
Have
like
you
can't.
have you asked?
Asked what? If I could
To leave.
leave?
Yeah.
No, I've been too tired to go. There's been no need for me to.
Okay.
Of course.
I don't know, but Ada would know. Anything significant happen in the last few weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Or like a few weeks ago?
Like, does that align
thing,
with-
was it?
vapor
Turn
thing,
all
or
lights green.
the last time we saw somebody that was like removed from that curse?
Yeah, he's a little bit vague on the timing, like just saying a few weeks. But it doesn't seem to really resonate with anything specific that was happening to you all.
I'm gonna use my lovely illusion abilities here, and I'm just gonna be like, let's go through a couple of options of what kind of figures you're seeing. Have you seen this figure? And I'm gonna put on the witch we saw when we were like magically escorted into trees. Like, have you seen this figure? Do they have glowing eyes?
I have not seen that specific person. No.
Okay. What about these creatures? I'm just gonna like throw up a Jotun, and then another Jotun, and then like, how many different kind of Jotuns have we seen?
About 3 or 4.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna be like, any of these. I'm basically like scrolling through my image bank right now on a giant wall as I project these images. This one, click. This one, click. This one. Anything like
it's
this?
hard to remember. Maybe just people, things with teeth, things with claws. Everything gets
Look
all
at the
scrambled
teeth on
up, I
this one.
guess.
I think this might be the monster of your dreams, actually. Some very good teeth here. What about this one? This one has great claws. Actually, very violent. Stuff of nightmares for
nighttime
sure.
Are you talking about that?
I'm talking about the
like
Jotun
it.
pictures I have on the screen. I'm like projecting images of the Jotun we've met to be like, is this in your nightmare?
Well, okay. Images aside, but
Have you drawn any of these images from your nightmares? We could take a look.
I have. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
See, guys, roundabout way of figuring out what he draws.
We've been around, so we've seen a lot of things. So if that looks familiar to any of us, then we would be glad to share if there's any sort of resolution to your nightmares we could offer.
Yes, my adult self is teeming with years of wisdom.
A whole
Please.
8 whole years.
Technically, it wasn't 1 year of childhood and 7 years of adulthood. It's not actually how the split works, but you know, whatever. I'm not going to explain biology to you today.
Do you have the same nighttime routine every night, Guthrie? Like same tea you drink or something?
I don't know. I have dinner, have a
Alone?
horn of mead. What?
Alone? Or do you eat dinner
with my
with your mom?
family usually.
I mean, don't shame the
I mean,
poor
we have
prince.
servants and things for that. I guess I could show you I did make a few charcoal drawings of nightmares. just to kind of
Wonderful.
process.
Yes,
Lovely.
yes.
Thank you.
Lead the way.
Okay.
Lead the way.
As
well,
we're walking, I do want to whisper to Ada and
it's
just
in
be
my
like,
room.
it's
I'm gonna have.
That's
I'm gonna
okay.
have
Privacy
here,
is
I'll be-
important.
We'll wait here.
Sure.
Right.
Privacy is
Okay.
important. Privacy is
Yes,
important.
we'll wait
If
here.
a Karn is done with their map investigation, a Karn's desk task is gonna follow that dude to his room and see what he's drawing. Just FYI, if a Karn's done, I would love to see what else he's drawing.
Akarn very proudly says, on the other side there's a globe. Remember the globe? Did you see it?
There's a globe?
Globe?
Like, is it a glowing globe?
There was
is
a
it
globe. Yeah.
Is it
in
like
the
a
war
magical
room.
globe?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, remember it was in that room that you passed. Like, you went through the room and there was a big globe and you saw it.
Is there I can't remember. Were there like places marked on the globe that look like Giant Settlement 1, Giant Settlement 2 on the globe? Was that on the globe?
It didn't have words.
Karn, you don't need words. You know pictures. You're smarter than I am.
Oh, he's already running that way. I need to follow him.
How is it that by listening?
Catch up. Give me a sec.
How is it that like by listening to me, you're not listening to me? But anyway, okay, whatever. All right. Yes, Akarn, go, fly, buddy.
Okay.
None of you can see or hear this. This is not. I'm just chilling in a corner.
Um,
Anyway,
What was that, Sigrid?
What was what?
Oh, Sarah was saying she was about to say something.
no, I was gonna. Well, now that if they walk away, I could say to the whole group, but I was gonna just whisper to Ada. It's interesting that the mom doesn't want him to leave around a similar-ish time. I'm assuming that he's having nightmares and can't leave, and assumes he can't leave because he's tired. That's why I'm wondering if she is behind his nightmares. Is my questioning goal here.
Yeah. Outhwolf actually speaks up.
Oh yeah, he's here too.
Oh,
Oh
hi.
right.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah,
you were here the whole
your
time?
guard, your steward. Well, he's been keeping his
Oh,
distance,
right.
but yeah, he did perk up once he noticed the prince talking about nightmares and drawings. He's like, you know, you mentioned to the king that you suspect witch involvement.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this might be connected?
There's a
An
chance,
Arcana
for
check?
sure.
We're trying to figure that out.
The king will want proof. So, whatever proof you can provide, I hope you can find it. And he seems like he really wants you to find proof about the witches. So at this point, Akarn is following Prince Guthrug, and Akarn's kind of relaying that he's in his room. It's kind of sparsely furnished. There's like a desk with some like blank parchment and charcoals laid out. But he unlocks his closet, his wardrobe, and he pulls out a small stack, and then closes it, locks it again. He comes back out to see all of you. He's like, I'm not necessarily the best, but this is about as close as I was able to get, as much as I could remember.
Sure.
Everybody roll investigation.
Does the car have to roll Does the car have to roll
Anyone who's looking
investigation
at
too
the
to see
charcoals.
anything in the room? Like before he closed? Hey!
I'm gonna use my aware, see if that helps a little. Oh, it does.
Okay.
A Karn was looking in. I just rolled a Karn for like if a Karn managed to see anything before they locked up the room.
Okay.
Like another map in the room with the prince? Love letters to his
no
sweetheart?
maps.
Just like interesting things in the room while he was in there.
Is it?
Chest, wardrobe.
It's just the drawings that he takes out. There's I mean there's like clothes and like basic weapons and things, but
No love
but yeah,
letters,
Karn
no
doesn't-
Valentines. Really?
No. He
On a
doesn't
day
seem
like
like much
today.
of a writer. He seems more like a drawer.
Hearts.
Okay. So, let's see. What does investigate? Okay, so pretty much all of you are able to kind of see. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say if it was okay if I guide myself because we're like very obviously investigating and I'm not trying to be sneaky.
You can. You don't necessarily need to. This one's a pretty
Oh, okay,
straightforward
I
check.
will. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so he has a stack of papers that are kind of like tied together with strips of leather, like almost like a makeshift binding. The sketches, it's pretty much as he was describing. There's like just evil looking faces and very like piercing gazes. There's some random limbs and claws and teeth and like an eye here and a mouth here and a swiping claw there and like lots of roiling like clouds of darkness. So it just looks like a very abstract nightmare motif. You notice that it doesn't necessarily tie to anything specific. You see zero imagery of witches. And nothing that really screams Jotun other than a lot of Jotun have teeth, a lot of Jotun have horns or claws or stuff like that. Like there's monstrous stuff, but yeah, there's zero things on here that look like witches.
Is there an Arcana check that anyone could do to see if like giving people nightmares or things like that is something a witch has done or a spell or where it would come from?
One person can do an Arcana check.
Oh, it shouldn't be me. It's really bad.
Can I guide myself and do it? Okay.
Go for it.
I forgot you have the -4.
Right.
I'm like, you probably have this.
Oh, it's a nat 20.
Okay.
You know
Mm.
Two of those already
Mm.
tonight.
Wow.
It's
For
it's the
love.
-4. I think it's
Compensating.
Especially building you
you
up.
know.
Yeah. Pretty much
Oh my God.
all of this strikes you as very, very weird. The fact that it started very abruptly, that he immediately went to every single night, cannot sleep at all, completely full of nightmares. You even notice that his inclination towards staying, and going along with his mother, like he seems like a really easygoing, peaceable guy. It looks like he was giving like, you know, like not like affectionate, but like, um, nice looks towards like Odor and the other tall folk that are here. Like, you know, like he's their leader, protector. Um, so his temperament has struck you as more like Yilrog, but you don't see him enthusiastically declaring, "No, we shouldn't blow the horn," or "Hey, mom, calm down." Um,
Yeah, why isn't he
he
stopping her or saying anything?
Yeah,
That's
it
weird.
does seem like he's under an influence.
He's impaired in some way.
Raiders don't mind speaking their opinions. This is alright.
Now, question for you, Your Highness. Did these nightmares begin sometime about the same time as the recent rift between your parents?
I guess it did. Yeah. It was probably, I guess, a day or two before Mother told Father that it was time to blow the horn.
Had you had any recent
think that's-
visitors? Anybody new? Or from far away? I guess you don't get too many new people here, but, somebody visiting that you've got stationed elsewhere, you don't have to tell me where.
What if someone's shapeshifted right now? For real.
No one new
I'm
came
sorry, I
here
just
around that
overthought
time.
that really bad, but what if someone's shapeshifted?
We guard our gates very well.
Mhm.
No one new came here.
Hey,
Ada
hey,
messages
Ada.
Cat.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Ada, can you can check if there's magic active, right? You should do that.
I can. I was going to ask you if you can make magic go away because you've
I
boasted that
can
you can do that before.
actually do that.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Okay, wow, that was
Okay.
weird.
Should we warn him?
Yeah, it's gonna feel odd.
I don't cast it on him. It's on myself.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I always
Yeah, she
imagined
just
detect
gets a
magic
greater
like spread.
perception of
Okay.
Unless
I don't
he's
know
the
how magic
magic
works.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so with your detect magic, you don't notice like something that shows itself as like a spell, like a nice, neat, clean wizardy spell. You see sort of a toxic enchantment energy that's circling its way around his brain.
Let's remove curse.
Hang
Well,
on.
You should
Before
do the
we
thing.
do anything about it, we may need to see if somebody on the king's side has the ability to see same thing, so that we can offer proof,
Oh,
so that we
true.
can save Theresa.
Oh, this is true. Gothrogue, is anyone here a magic practitioner?
Oh. Well, my mother knows a few spells. And
Anyone
I
on your
suppose-
father's side, perhaps?
You see her?
I think he could summon a person, yeah.
Do you
You
think we
should
could see
do
your
that.
father again?
Would you go
Would you
there?
mind
Yeah, we
taking
have some
us to
questions
him?
for him. Could you
Please?
Yeah, I mean, Alphys could take you. Do you need me with you?
So
We think
Yes,
we
please.
have a hunch on your
Nightmares. We want them to stop.
we
We're
have an
trying to help.
idea.
Okay.
So
Can you
Thank
help
you.
us carry a snack to him?
Thank you. I know this is probably. I know you're probably tired. This is a lot.
and this is
Thank you.
very weird. We understand.
I don't want to take sides because I love my parents very much.
No.
and-
Of course.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of
And
course.
You're
you've
taking
just
us out of
eaten with your
Pilgrim.
mother, so of course you have to go pay your father a visit. You
Mhm.
see how these
Just
things work. Of
balance.
course.
Because you don't want to
Yeah,
take sides.
he just kind of like staggers along with you across the bridge.
And I'm in the background being like, I don't think that's how any of this works, but okay.
Ogeron's sitting here
Alright,
nodding like, yes,
so
parents,
you're headed
yes.
back to the king's chamber.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
My parents are equally
I'm
dead.
not
I
gonna
don't
worry
know
about
about
moving
like going
tokens
back
around
and
because we're
forth.
not really showing the map right now.
Yeah, not really.
Mhm.
Unless you
yeah.
want me to, but
Not right this
Whoever
second.
I'm closest in height to, like that I can whisper to the easiest, Ada's like 5'10". I don't know who that is. I can't
me
remember.
or Cole, probably.
Well,
It
probably
ain't me.
Cole is
Sigrun?
6'2", or Sigrun.
I'm
I was like
5'9".
5'9".
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
am
I
gonna
gather.
very
I
politely
go
ask
with
Odor if I
Odrun
can go
and
back on their
Sigrun.
shoulders again. Actually, I want to go on Odor's shoulders again. It'd be nice. Thank
And I
you.
just,
Thank you. Thank
as
you.
we're kind of walking, I make sure we have distance from Guthorg, and I think he's enthralled or something. Not like Ironwood Witch enthralled, but there's some toxic shit happening with his head.
Are you talking to me? Who are you talking to? Sorry.
I'm talking to you and Sigrid.
Oh.
Is that something that can be removed?
I'm pretty
I mean,
sure
I
it
hope
can.
so.
That's.
I would have to sleep before I can do that, but I think Hap might be able to. But Hap is always very wishy-washy about the magic she can do, and then she gets mad when you don't know she can do it.
Cast
It's
Lawn
true.
Strider on her anytime she wants.
I just keep you on your toes.
Bribe her.
That's exactly
Now,
my whole
bribery
thing.
might work.
I will.
Bribery
She also,
would work
though,
quite
if
well,
you cast
actually.
that on her, she might take it as an insult to her own physical prowess. So.
I'll cast it on her before a race without her knowing, and then let her think she won. She's not.
I feel like
listening
I'm
to me.
gonna regret being on this guy's shoulders at the moment,
Also,
but that's how it
also
is.
generally, I probably shouldn't be the one to cast it because I've been made aware that when I cast magic on people, it's not nice.
It's not that it's not nice, it's just
So
Then we
a
should
probably
do
shouldn't be
something
me
nice.
anyways.
little unnerving.
Do it while he's sleeping and
Yeah.
already having nightmares. It'll counteract.
I'm
I
not
think it's part of the nightmare.
that sneaky. I'm not that sneaky.
We'll teach
That's not a
you.
good plan.
If
Alright.
we're able
I'm
to
just
show
on
the
a
king
tall
and the
folk's
king
shoulders.
has somebody, then maybe the king somebody can take it off.
I feel like I have to have a healer or something.
You make your way through the war chambers into where the king is still sitting with the horn. My son. The rest of you.
We were here like an hour ago.
No, Your
Probably, I don't
Majesty,
know.
we may have at least solved part of it. We have not brought your queen
Potentially.
around. She seems quite unmoved on the subject. However, there does seem to be something untoward going on with your son.
Not him being untoward,
No.
but it
Been
seems
really
that
respectful.
his recent issues with sleep and nightmares could be magically induced. And you don't know us. We're new, so I wouldn't trust you to take our word on it. I wouldn't expect you to trust. You know what I mean.
Stop putting these bad ideas in his head.
Do you
Not-
have
not-
someone here that would be able to do something like detect magic to kind of see what I was able to see?
I just realized I have protection from evil and good. I forgot.
I can certainly bring someone here. But I
Please,
will
Your
also
Majesty, quickly.
take your word if you
for your
swear to your
son.
gods.
Oh, I don't think you know my gods. Is that okay?
I'll start taking.
I mean, I
normally
would.
Is it okay if you don't know
But
who
it's
my
a very
gods
specific
are?
one.
Like, actually, who are the gods of the giants? Out of curiosity.
I was just trying to read
Because,
it. in the chat.
Odrun would step
Who-
forward and say, "Yes, I would swear to it. Unfortunately, I am not the one who can see it."
I would swear to it,
I would
although I
swear
don't
to
know
her
that you'll
truthfulness.
be a fan of who the god is. I don't say that part. But hope he doesn't ask.
Yeah, what do you say?
I would swear to it.
And Prince Guthrug also hands over the journal of horrific nightmare images. this is what I've been dreaming recently, Father. It's been for the last couple weeks, right around the time all this started. So you
When's the
swear
last
that
time
you
he's seen
have...
his dad?
Huh?
When's the last time he's seen his dad? If he doesn't really leave the castle and kind of is apprehensive about crossing the bridge, I'm wondering if this is one of the first.
So he has been going back and forth. He's just, you know, yeah, he's just iffy every time he crosses. It's a constant source of stress. King Yilrog looks like his jaw clenches. There's like a tightness to it as he's looking at these images, and he looks up at Ada. And you swear that you saw this magical influence upon him.
Yes, I do.
Who did this then?
That I don't know. But we could attempt to remove it, and maybe I don't know, maybe there's a chance that Guthrug knows, but has forgotten as part of the magical influence.
There's also a chance that if whoever did it realizes it's undone, they might try to do it again, and we could catch them red-handed.
Probably safer he come with us on our journey.
You could do that too.
Side note, completely unrelated. Is Ada's detect magic still up?
It is.
Are we still in the room
for
with the
10 minutes.
big fancy globe with the horn and everything?
think we
I'm
walked
just
past
saying.
Who was the horn?
You walk past
Mhm.
the globe, and yeah,
Complete
you are
side
next to the
note.
horn.
Can
Yeah,
everybody ask
there's
me later?
a hint of illusion magic from both of them.
Secret map of
Illusion
settlement
horn?
from the globe.
Illusion magic from like the map, like it's
Okay.
a little bit projected, and then the horn as well.
Illusion. It's a trap. I was right the whole time.
So like
It's a
not
total
not like
trap.
it's disguised as something else, but like minor illusion can make a sound appear from somewhere. This is kind of the same thing. Like you can make sounds like let's see, what
We've heard all over
what
the
school of
world.
magic is thaumaturgy? Is that like evocation or
Oh,
illusion?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
you're
can
getting
look.
into stuff
Let's
I
see.
have no
That's
idea.
Yeah.
I'm too much of a
Oh, it's
D&D
transmutation.
baby.
Whatever
That's
thaumaturgy is,
weird.
that's the school of magic. And that's the vibe you're getting
Okay.
from it.
Yeah, it is
You know,
Transmutation.
thaumaturgical, that
It's transmutation.
there you go.
Probably to make
Transmutation
it
is on
louder
there.
so that everybody across the world
Yeah.
would hear it.
Yeah.
Let's see, what is minor illusion now that I think about it? Is that also that? No, that would be illusion,
We
because
can
that's literally in the name.
Remove that, then the
Minor
rest of the world
illusion
can
is
hear it,
illusion
and that be a less powerful horn. We can
I
remove
don't
that
know.
magic.
If this is an ancient horn, I
Well,
don't
we
know
should
what level
probably
that.
That'd be a pretty
on
high
the
dispel
bridge.
magic.
Yeah, it does seem like
Yeah.
an artifact, so it would be like trying to
Yeah.
take a magic object and make it not a magic object anymore.
Okay, side note. Should I try to help your son?
I think we should.
I can
You're asking
attempt
the
it.
father?
I mean, it
You-
feels
you
right to ask a
certainly-
king first for
If you
permission to
consent, you
court
may,
the son's magical.
But I do not wish
dilemma.
to place him in more danger.
It's the kind of magic where if it fails, nothing happens. It's not like the boom
That is
kind
true,
of
actually.
magic.
Let's let him do. Guthrie, what do you think of your
Sure.
body?
That was the next question. It's just how weird courtship royalty I thought worked. You ask the king, and then you ask the prince.
Will it help me sleep?
And then probably the
Sure.
queen Sorlin.
Hopefully.
If it
Probably.
works.
Okay.
Okay. This is all. I'm gonna have a big hype up for nothing, I bet, because that's just how I've been rolling.
Hep.
All
Hey,
right,
don't do it
so
yet. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm like, what do you mean no?
No, you need to make a deal first that they do not touch that horn if you're gonna help their son. We need to get something out of it. You're not just generously doing this if they're out to destroy the world with that horn.
Well, he said
You're
that
not
if
the
we
one
could find
generously
proof
doing
that
it.
he
I'm
would
the
send
one
help
generously
against
doing
the
it.
hill giants.
To get both.
So we are getting at least that.
I would like to get in an acknowledgement of the amazingness of Beastborn. Thank
Oh,
you
for sure.
while we're in there.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
And also Grimfolk. Please and thank you. I would like some acknowledgement for the small folk here, please, as the smallest one in the room.
Oh god.
Cap.
Okay.
If this works, just throw that in as a bonus. Extra glory points for me, giant boon, you know, all the good stuff. If this works, FYI.
Okay, so
am I
what are
doing it
you
now?
casting specifically?
It's dispel magic.
Spell magic. Okay. Can
It'd be
you
level
drop that in
4,
chat just so I
right?
can see?
So it's going to be cast at 4th level, just FYI.
Yep.
Come on. Oh wait, okay, so it's going to be cast at 4th level.
Okay.
So if it's 3 or no, if it's 4 or lower, I think, unless they changed it.
I would use a reaction to replenish that, but blowing a horn seems kind of like a messy subject right now, so I'm just gonna hold off.
Messy thing
think
right
it's
now.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
3 or
sounds like a bad
lower on
idea.
this.
well, it was originally
It's
a
upcast.
level 3 spell,
Oh, okay. I
and
got
then but I could only cast level 4 spells. It's all or nothing. It's
Got
all or
it.
nothing for me. So it's at a level 4, and it asked me like what level I'm casting at, which is why it changed it to Abjuration 4 when it's actually a 3rd level spell. It's very confusing how they did that on the roll 20, but it actually is a 3rd level spell that I've casted a 4th level spell.
Yep, got it.
Yeah.
You, Ada, you still have detect magic up, so you can kind of actually visualize this.
My magic is beautiful, just FYI in your visualization. It's a beautiful warm breeze of going through a tree-like feeling. Just saying.
Druid
Very
craft your magic
earthy,
muscle.
scent of earth going through here. Rustled leaf sound.
Yeah, you see the magic swirl around his head, and he sways a little bit, and he blinks a few times. Father?
Is the other one gone?
The magic is gone.
Oh, it's gone.
Okay, acknowledgements, please. You can start
Good
now,
job.
right now.
Good job, Hap.
Good job.
Good
Hap.
job,
Not
Hap.
you!
What?
Okay.
Fine.
I feel
You guys,
A little bit
you
lighter.
acknowledge me later.
Feel better?
Do you remember anything
Yeah.
more?
my
need
head's a little
healing?
clearer. Yeah.
Would you like to take a
I-
nap?
I would love a nap at some point, but I do not want the horn to be blown, Father. I want to help the Risa clan. I want to help these folks. I mean, I want to find out who did this to me.
Destroy the horn!
Do you have a way to find out who did this?
If we can't find out who did this, they tend to find us. Actually,
True.
it's either we find them or they find us. It's the whole thing about being the fate bearers. Like fate kind of draws us together one way or another. It seems like that's how we found you. Actually, now that I think about it, after you kept this secret for like so many years and yet we still found you. I mean, like, it seems to be a thing. Clearly, we were meant to be together, and hence why I was able to like take this magic off. I think there was some like caffeine in that food you gave me. I don't know.
Okay, but this affliction has been worsening for weeks, which means it's somebody here, and we haven't had any visitors other than you people.
His mom does.
We did not start that. That was
No.
before me. Don't.
Where?
Are
I
there
know, it's
any
before you
other
were here,
magic-
obviously.
Are there any other
Oh,
magic
where's the
users here?
card?
Your dad said there was.
I mean, not living here. They haven't visited in a while.
They haven't visited
There's
in a
a
while.
mom.
I do not want to be the one to throw accusations. However,
You did say
It
that your
does-
mother does spells.
yeah, it does seem that
Yeah.
this affliction prevented your son from speaking out as strongly as he might have otherwise. Is it possible that your wife has afflicted him as a way to keep him out of the way to cause some confusion and confliction between the two of you?
That's
Why
a
would
very
anyone
strong
do
answer.
such a thing?
a good
Because
point.
she wants you to blow the horn, and this might have been a way
Because
to pressure you to do it.
And she does believe, I think rightfully so, that Ragnarok is coming, so she seems to earnestly think that what her way is best. Not that her methods are correct, but
And
But
she
my
She
wife
has-
is not a magic user.
Your son said she was.
She's the
Yeah.
shapeshifting one.
your
Sorry,
son
she was
said
Alex.
son-
she knew a few
said she could.
spells.
Hey,
Sure, a handful
Ada,
of,
can
like-
you look at
Like
magic
light
again?
and a little bit of prestidigitation, but
Can you look
nothing
at
as
magic
substantial
again?
as this
Okay,
mental
cool.
affliction.
Are you certain? 100%?
Okay.
Yes, I mean we've lived together for decades, and
Sure.
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
been
yeah,
my
yeah. I'm sure
partner,
that's
and
that's great and all. Okay. That's
Aside
partners
from
can blind you to
queen,
certain things. Let's be real.
has anyone been acting different than how they have been previously? Anyone?
not that I've noticed.
Just the queen.
All right, let me
No,
abuse
the
my
entire
familiar
time,
once
so-
again.
I'll
I
admit
would
I've been a bit
like.
distracted, so I probably
I would
wouldn't
still
notice.
have detect magic up, Hap. I know you asked.
I know, but I'm gonna abuse my familiar again because my familiar definitely got a lot of food recently and needs to burn off all those calories. I'm gonna be like, hey, Karn, buddy, Queen, very suspicious. Can you like go feel her out for me? Vibe check the Queen, pretty please. Karn, you are so useful and amazing, despite your terrible dice rolls. But you don't know what that means, so I'm gonna send a card to go do hard sight on the Queen.
Another question, it's based off of something Sigrun said earlier. Is it possible that someone is here looking like one of your people who is not? Do you have any protection against people, magicking themselves to look like somebody else?
Our weapons are our protection for the most part. That and the Frostheart shield, and our defenses here are fortifications, but not as many threats against anything that's already on the inside. Undetected.
So you know your wife well, you know this area well. Theoretically, if you were going to sneak in here and take someone's place, where would you hide you? If that was any kind of
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, I'm
if
with
that
you.
made sense.
Oh yeah.
You did.
If someone was sneaking in and wanted to hide somebody, where would they hide somebody here? Just for
If you're gonna play hide and
prepping
seek, where would
goals.
you go to win the game?
And no one would.
A small folk game.
It's a whole process. Just work with us.
Charisma.
While he's processing that,
Charisma.
Hap, what's the DC on Heartsight?
15 because it's
And-
using my DC, and it's a charisma saving throw. I literally just like wrote it out. I was like, let me double check because I had to look up again about the sprites.
Okay.
Fail.
Karn says, I can't get a read, I'm sorry.
God, fuck this person. Okay, well, very charismatic people tend to be shapeshifters. What can I say? Well, I know for sure that the queen is not a celestial fiend or undead. That's what I got
out
so
loud.
far.
Wait, what was it? What is the list of creature types?
Celestial fiend undead.
Celestial fiends and undead
Okay, never mind.
automatically fail. Wait, what?
Sorry.
What?
Okay.
Sorry, what? Sorry, you were wrong. They failed the throw. We
No,
don't
sorry,
know.
it's not relevant whether
Oh.
celestials, fiends, or undead are automatically fail.
It's so hard
Akarn
not to hear
still,
that and not to pretend I am aware
I
that
know.
there is a possibility that this creature is in some way not a giant. Like, I don't know anything. I feel like I
But how
know
does that
something.
That's
magic
meta
work?
knowledge. I'm sorry.
You guys would
You
know how the
cursed me.
magic works, though, right? Like I'm guessing Ada would. You would know how the magic worked if someone were shapeshifted. I don't know. I guess in some places like disguise self,
Maybe.
it's an illusion. You could push your hand right
Yeah.
through it.
I mean, I'd be able to see it right now if she, or I
Well,
guess
the
I could cast
queen.
it again later when we
Yeah.
go to see the queen.
We'll see.
Or if
Just
I
look-
had a bit of time, I could do detect evil and good.
I'll trip and fall right into her if you want. I do not like her. I will
Uh,
accidentally fall.
You don't have. Okay, as somebody who's very good with illusions, I'm gonna wander into this conversation as if I am super knowledgeable about Arcana, which, let's be real, I suck at those rolls. But I do know that sometimes you can disguise yourself in a way that's actually physical.
It's true.
It's a thing. I'm gonna
It's also
walk back
stealth.
out of this conversation. Walk in, it's like, it doesn't have to only be outward appearances. Sometimes you can actually touch it and then go away.
Wait,
Yes,
get back
you're
here, Hap.
correct.
Explain
Where's
yourself.
your cap? Oh, it's alter self.
Oh,
Huh?
it is? What is this?
Yeah, it's a more difficult version of disguise self. Because
Oh,
disguise
I'm just
self, if I disguise
really
myself right now,
smart.
you could still like touch my horns even if you couldn't see them. But if it was alter self, it's different.
Just depends on
Oh.
what's being cast, if anything.
It's more like how when I'm in my human form, I'm like physically in my human form.
You think
Yeah. I just was well aware of the fact that I have tried to touch Ada's horns when they were in their human form. That's totally how I know this. And they weren't there.
Right now.
Okay.
In your sleep, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Someone just like go look at the
So-
queen.
I would love
As
to.
you're,
I don't know. We just left the queen. I don't really want to like go look at her again.
so I'm
I
gonna
would
let
like to-
y'all keep discussing strategy. But we are overdue for a break. So, so we will be back in 7 or 8 minutes at about quarter till. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a few. So,
Sketchy music. I don't
you
like
all
it.
have
Time to do something stupid.
Oh God.
You all have removed the magical influence from the mind of the prince. You have convinced King Yilrog that there is a threat from within. Somebody is responsible for cursing the prince. You strongly suspect the queen or something that has taken on her guise. What is your approach here?
We
Prince,
overthought it so hard.
I would really love to do the same things that I did to see that you had a magical influence on you, just so that I can see and go back over to your mother's side of the castle to see if there's anything suspicious.
Of course.
Couldn't we just summon the queen here, away from their
No.
loyal?
Sounds like an insult.
No,
But
Not next to the horn.
we should go to her. That feels more
Mhm.
respectful.
Just saying. If she was gonna blow the horn, she could have done it any time before now.
We don't want them to blow the horn.
I know we don't want them to blow the horn. I'm saying that they're not gonna blow. Anyway.
Okay. So, the prince takes you across the bridge back to the queen's side of the fortress.
While we're all walking, can we ask him
The
the best
wind
way to tell her this?
howling. The best way to tell her that you think she cast an evil
Best way
curse
to
on
talk
me and
to
that she
her.
may or may not. What?
Any advice you could give us, because it's not going to be pleasant no matter what. So any silver lining we could do.
Well,
I think right now, just saying, as we're walking over, I kind of want to keep an eye out to see if anybody's like, I don't know, kind of meerkatting and being like, my spell's gone, what's gone wrong, or something. Like seeing if anybody has a look of, and kind of keeping that up when we go in to see the queen of something's wrong, what happened. I want to be watching for that.
and I'm just looking for
go
any
ahead and
magical
roll.
aura.
Yeah. Odrun, roll insight.
Okay. Please be the first good insight roll of the night. Huh.
Okay. You cross over the bridge with Guthrug, who just calls out, "Mother, I'd like to speak with you for a moment." She comes wandering back out. She was pretty much in the dining area, right where you all left her. She comes back out to stand in front of the hearth. Oh, what is wrong, my darling son? She's now in the same room with you. Ada, I assume you try to get within 30 feet?
Yep, just looking for magic. Just looking for magic.
Well, unfortunately, Your Majesty. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
You detect nothing.
Okay.
She's
well,
not carrying any magical artifacts, and she is not currently affected by any spells.
Unfortunately, Your
Anyone else?
Majesty, it seems your son has recently become afflicted by somebody putting a nasty sort of curse? Would you call it? What would you call it? Spell?
Probably like a curse of some sort.
Yeah. We just discovered it and we were able to remove it from him. It's been causing nightmares and sleeplessness for the poor mind.
Is that what has been causing all of your restlessness? Oh, my darling.
I would like to insight check whatever's going on.
Everybody roll insight.
Oh,
I
Jesus!
also just like lie.
Wow!
Mine's actually a
Wow.
24.
Yay.
Okay.
Oh, Drew's like staring so hard that they don't see anything.
I squint so much they're closed.
Basically, yes.
sec, sorry. Okay. I just sent a message to 2 people.
Can I keep an eye on the room just to see if the guards start looking like they're getting in some kind of position, or if it starts feeling off? Just want to keep an eye on it. That's all.
Okay, you're watching the guards. Okay.
Yeah, just to see what's
With
kind of going on in the background.
with as high as my insight check was, would I be able to tell if anyone else has any thoughts on what they just saw?
Nicely put.
Very well.
Let's see. With as high as that is, yeah. You notice, in addition to the one I messaged to you, you see 2 others. Cole, you only notice the one. But you see four frost giants that seem surprised, a couple tall folk that seem surprised, but there's 2 that have a different, like, piercing sort of look.
What was Ada's roll?
24.
It was,
right?
yeah,
20.
Cole's was 25.
I had to say, Cole's is 25. Give Cole their due.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I don't know why I thought that was
You're good.
Yeah, Cole,
I was
yeah,
there
you both
helping for
notice,
that
all of
25. Give Cole their due.
Yeah, I thought I was like, is it because of where Cole's standing? Is what I thought.
Can I guess asking Arun or the queen or whatever, what do you plan on doing anything or finding out what was going on with your son?
I certainly want to find the culprit. I mean, anybody who would do harm to my brave young prince, it would... Anyone
What
wanting
is-
to tear this family apart, I mean...
Kind of old.
What is Guthrug's reaction to this?
He is still reeling. One sec.
Oh my god, when you dispelled his magic, did her magic also dispel at the same time, maybe? And she's back? I don't know. Sorry, I'm overthinking again.
Magic's weird.
Ooh.
Can I learn the mechanics? Because all my
he
magic is
seems
just
unsure.
instinctual.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to think. He is in absolute turmoil. He feels no confidence one way or another about anything.
Holy hell.
I suppose my husband, my son, do you think he could have been the one to perhaps summon one of his mages to exert such influence over you?
Didn't we say there were no magic people?
Well,
He
I
has
would
been
like
out
to
of
point.
sorts recently.
Oh, not for me, Mom. Okay.
He did allow us to remove it when he was informed.
He was the one that urged us to remove it.
He actually promised
I
to
thought he
send
said he had
help
no magic.
to the Risa if we were able to break that spell.
I'm running back to the horn room!
Exactly. He's completely out of sorts, going against all frost giant tradition.
I mean, you have tall folk
I'm
here.
very concerned about his influence over you.
You're gonna have to grab me, guys, because I'm literally gonna run back to top the second I hear that. If it's conflicted with what he said, I would have.
Odurn would stand on your foot.
I
Hold you in
My
place.
queen, I'm concerned that there's a plot afoot to tear your family apart, and that potentially some could be lying to to manipulate the situation.
Possibly to both you and your husband.
Yes. Could I try casting something called Zone of Truth so that none may tell a lie?
As a matter of fact, we could even go into the center and have your husband join. That way everybody's there.
And you can still be 30 feet apart from each other if you really want to.
The way you said that was so scary.
First question: do you guys still love each other?
Oh God.
It's so stressful.
Okay, so first off, you're offering to cast Zone of Truth, and you're saying you want the king and the queen to be in the circle at the same time.
Why waste a
I'm
slot?
saying if she wants him to be in the circle, we could try. We could try it.
Also, what does her reaction to that offer give?
Yeah, I really want to know.
So she says, go right ahead and cast it. I'm sure you could send someone to fetch my husband later if it proves unfruitful.
Ballsy. If she's lying like I think she is, she ballsy.
We're about to get that answer where it's like, well, I was not
yeah, anybody
doing
wants to go ahead and roll the
this.
insight.
Thank you.
Sure, why not? I'm just chilling off here, just fishing for good
God
rolls.
damn, what the frick, dude? You and me, AJ. Ugh.
27.
You know what? I want to roll before you.
19.
Curse me.
7.
Me?
Yeah, Colin Ada again.
Cheese crackers, y'all.
We're on edge.
Yeah, we see shit. We don't
She's
always know how
acting
to
like
talk
she's
about
playing
it.
chess.
Playing
She
checkers,
seems
maybe
a little bit
solitaire over
smug,
here.
like she's gonna get away with something.
I usually play solitaire.
Right. Where do I want to stand? I'm just gonna kind of go out in the middle here. What is a 15-foot radius?
You said I noticed the ones that had like the kind of like piercing stare at the other two, right?
Yeah, I would as well.
I'm wondering, has their line of sight shifted, or are they looking anywhere specific in the room whatsoever?
Yeah, so let me actually move a couple things, because you have the 3 on the bridge that are chill. But I'm putting these 2 flanking in the room. Those are the ones that seem less chill. So I'm gonna put little markers on them.
Less chill.
Great.
Let's do green. Or no, I'll do red. That's usually enemies, right?
Okay.
I got paranoid, so I'm declumping in case a fireball happens. I don't know why it popped in my head.
I'm trying to get all the giants, all 3 of these giants in.
Can the Zone of Truth move with you?
Oh, it's if they enter it. I think it stays with me. So I'm not gonna get Guthrig in it at first. I feel like he's telling the truth.
I'm just saying, it's like
So-
if you moved while questioning somebody, I'm just like wondering if that is an option.
That is a
Oh,
good
I have
question.
to read it. I'll throw it in the chat. And it's actually a 15 DC.
Oh yeah, no. 20
Okay,
or
so you
20.
place it.
Okay, so it's a place.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll place it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't have to stand right here. Great. Less chance of me dying. I'll place it here.
Okay.
All right, Cole, tell me
that will
how you
affect
really
both of
feel about
them.
me.
And Cole.
All right.
Sigrid,
1 second.
admit I am also awesome. And admit that you've lost.
Okay.
What?
really need this roll to be private, and I can't remember if I made the chat a private one, so I'm gonna do this physically.
It's okay, we'll tell you.
Well,
What's
she
the
would
DC?
know, right?
15 wisdom.
15.
I will know.
Okay. Um, the other frost giant resists it. You feel the spell wash over Queen Erun and settle onto her tongue.
I'm gonna throw silvery barbs at the frost giant.
Okay.
Failed. Or not succeeded.
Yeah.
Let's see. DC
Cole, did you
15?
indicate at all the shifty?
it was
Which
still
ones
a
were
success.
shifty?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did anybody indicate?
I don't.
which-
They're looking really hard. The only thing I didn't know if I could get that like sleight of hand or stealth check out. But
I don't know. They seem very
I mean-
racist, so like they probably don't know Grim Sign Language.
Fair assumption.
What would you like to know?
Do you know Grim
before
Sign
I-
Language?
Ha.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
Before-
kidding.
Can't say I do.
Say anything. I would have put my hand behind my back and then essentially a thumbs up of like, yes, it worked on the queen. Because I'm in front of most of the party.
I'd like to try and like subtly sign to Hap that something is off.
Like, do you indicate the two guards?
I'd like to try. I think
Military
some of
sign.
it-
Yeah,
if
those
it's a
evil.
stealth check, I get advantage on them when I'm not moving.
Ooh, that's cool.
We'd ask the question first, because if you fail, then they might start fighting, and we won't ask any questions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's
Oh,
fine.
wait.
Basically, my plan is if Cole indicates to me suspicious giant's not the queen, that's where Karn's going next. That was my whole stick, guys. I am a one-trick pony over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna send a Karn over yonder to be like, are they evil, buddy? Let me know. Remember, celestial fiends and undead automatically fail. Hard sight. It's a DC 15 charisma. I'm just gonna go to the one that's at the end. Off to the side.
Yeah, a Karn checks both of the ones that Call indicated and says, I'm sorry, they're not the things you listed. Like, I can't get a read on them.
All of them
both
succeeded?
passed?
How charismatic are these giants?
Oh shit.
Okay,
Very.
all I know is that they're very resistant to my charisma magic. I don't know how to word that in a way that doesn't sound weird as hell. To my very persuasive magic. They are very
Feelings
resistant.
driven.
I'm just calling my persuasive magic, my persuasive touch. Okay.
Guthrie shared with us that he was having nightmares. Were you aware that he was afflicted that way?
I was aware he was not sleeping.
Wait,
And-
did Silvery
Thing's
Barbs
been
work on
tired
that
for
other
weeks.
giant? Did they fail now?
Uh-uh. It's just her.
Damn it.
And did anything suspicious happen before Guthrie fell ill?
Suspicious in what way?
Out of the ordinary?
Let me open a dictionary,
A
lady.
break from your routine?
No, the routines of the royal family were unaffected. They have not changed in the last few weeks.
What did you think was
That's
very
happening to
careful
your
about
son?
Change.
of the
What
royal
did you
family.
think was happening to your son? What theories
These
did
long
you have?
pauses are me as a DM thinking.
What do you think was
Okay, what did you
happening,
think
and
was
what did you
happening for your
try to
son?
solve it? Like, I want to know the list. Like, what did you do? Did you even try?
Like I said, he hasn't been sleeping well. He's been under so much stress, and all he wants is for his parents to resolve their differences.
That was
And
the
for the horn not
only
to be
thing you
blown.
thought was happening? That was it? Only
Is that
stress?
all you want?
Ada, what do you say?
Oh, I just looked at the prince and said, "Is that all you want?"
Well,
He's unaffected by the spell.
I certainly want them reconciled, but I also want to do things reasonably and not rush into things that have such a great impact, like with the horn.
What's her reaction to that?
Insight.
So many inside checks.
Another 12.
Oh, goodness.
I know, right?
She says, "Sweetheart, it has always been the destiny of the frost giants to blow the great horn."
Okay, I still want to go back to my question. You only thought it was stress. No other theory crossed your mind why your son wasn't sleeping well.
Why would it?
I don't know. Just making sure.
Is
And-
in a world where witches exist?
So, that was your only thought. Like, stop deflecting. Was that your only theory as to why your son wasn't sleeping well? Were you not aware of any other possibility as to why your son was not sleeping well?
There it is.
Have I not already said that he has been under great stress?
You did,
and
but
losing
that's not
sleep?
my question.
It's true.
That wasn't my question. My question was, were you
anybody
aware of
wants to
any-
roll insight?
You don't have to. She's deflecting.
I-
Deflecting as hell!
I would beg for Guthrug to also roll an insight check.
God damn it!
Real.
Would Oswald
Call
be
it
able to have
effectiveness.
I'm very focused on my spell.
I'm very focused.
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh, true. Wow, that's not where I thought that 20 was gonna come because you were.
Me neither. Finally.
Yeah.
See, you rolled
Um,
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, Odrin,
Apparently.
you're the first. Hap's comments specifically just connect all the dots of every word out of her mouth that's come out. It's either been a question or a half truth, or some kind of deflection. She has not answered certain questions directly, and you notice that she hasn't answered Hap's question fully.
All right, I have a really easy question. It's yes or no. That's all we need. Do you
lovely.
know
What is
who
it?
put this magic on your son?
Oh.
Just yes or no.
Honestly, we should have been asking yes or no questions this whole time. It made this a lot easier.
We have been asking yes or no questions this whole time.
Eh.
We haven't received yeses or nos, Your Majesty.
Are we
Not
rolling
to be
initiative
not
right
to be
now?
Disrespectful.
Is that what's happening?
simple
Does she have
question.
any? Oh shit, guys. Does the queen have any weapons on her right now? Just
They all
just
do.
like a.
always. It'd be
They
everyone
all
does.
always-
Weapons.
They
They
Everyone
all
does.
always have. Did we have to give up
Okay.
our weapons when we
Yes
came
or
in
no?
here?
Do you know?
Oh, thank
No,
God.
You
we're
know
not a
who
threat.
put
Oh.
this
On
magic
your
on your
son.
son.
I don't know of anyone casting any spells on my son.
That's not what we
Oh,
said.
well, it's not a spell necessarily. It could have been anything. Could have been.
But did you think a
is it
spell
I
was a
don't know. Any
possibility?
Either way, it
enchantments
was
or
magic.
magical influences upon my son.
It's not a yes or no.
But
Then how was the magic
you-
affecting his mind?
How should I know?
But we asked who. If
It
you
is
know
your
of a
palace.
person.
It's your son.
Oh,
It's
what? Do you know
odd you
what
wouldn't
might have been
know.
casting it? Who, what,
Well, we
where,
asked if
from
you know
whence,
who, and you said
item,
there's
or
not.
something? Okay. Did you think that magic could be the cause of your son's issues with sleep? Was that ever a thought that you had? That magic might be causing what was happening to the prince?
It never occurred to me that my son might be under any kind of magical enchantment whatsoever.
Oh God, you dumb. Okay. I say that under my breath.
Oh,
very
okay.
quietly. Right? Okay.
Sorry, this is just something that's popping up in my head from earlier. But could you tell us a bit more about why Hlami was at the Well of Wisdom? We never quite got there, and it's bothering me that we were involved in the demise of one of your kin.
Well, I suppose I may have withheld a bit of truth earlier. It was not my husband that sent her, it was me.
Why was that?
The Well of Wisdom holds great magic. And... Sorry, as a DM, I'm trying to, double check how relevant this is.
No idea.
Intrigue.
And of course, I wished for her to make use of the frost ring.
She did make use of the frost ring, that's true.
I don't know, a pretty good price.
Jeez. Oh. Have many magical artifacts, but you have many practitioners here.
There are not many magic users employed here now.
Can you only cast minor spells, as we've been told?
Can roll intimidation on this to make them answer honestly?
That would be really fun.
Well, she has to answer honestly. It's just how
Right.
easily
No,
she
she
can
can't
get.
tell a
Better
lie.
honestly.
She
can't
can't
tell
tell
a
a lie,
lie.
but she doesn't
It's
have
different.
to say the whole truth.
Right.
I mean, he is trying to be intimidating, but...
As intimidating as somebody who's 6 foot tall could be to somebody who's 20 feet tall.
Well, it's a good glare.
It's true.
A good glare.
I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
What are they?
Are you that
That's
somebody
personal.
cast a spell on your
Personal.
son?
I understand if it's personal, however, your son's well-being is at risk. So, I think it's in your best interest that, we all figure out what's going on with him. And, just be honest with ourselves.
And clear your name.
Yeah.
Also, does it help that your son was under a spell this whole time,
again?
and you apparently didn't know or even consider that possibility? Does that bother you? That you were unaware that your son was under a spell under your own nose? Don't you feel betrayed? That's 2 questions. I want 2 answers.
Somebody in the palace did this right in front of you. You don't seem that bothered by it.
Any mother would be distraught if such a thing happened to her son.
I don't care about any mother. I care only about you. I don't know what any mother is like. I'm
Let's
not
do
asking
another
about any
round of
mother.
insight check.
I don't
Love
care
that.
about
That's what I have
any
any
mother.
questions?
Are you his mother? That's what I'm about to ask next at this
Oh,
point.
Jesus. God damn. Odrin's
I
checked
just-
out. At this point, she thinks the queen is a weaselly piece of shit and is just waiting
I'm
to be
thinking
able
the
to hit
queen's
her.
not his mother. I
Mine's
think
a
she's not his
20.
mother.
Yeah, 21.
Hap, ask your question.
Well, I was saying, what was I saying?
You
I was
said
saying that
I
like,
wasn't
oh,
asking of
it's-
any mother. I was asking
I was
you.
asking about you.
No, what you said after that, out of character.
Are you? Oh yeah, it's like, are you his mother? Like as that line of questioning.
Am I?
Twisted Sigrun's son.
You're asking if I am Prince Guthrug's mother?
Shooter.
Yes.
I am
Yeah,
now.
just to cover the bases. Yes or no?
I am now.
Why haven't you answered any of the questions we've asked
Guthrug, isn't
at
this
all?
insulting?
Notice she didn't say
Wait.
yes.
Wait a
Guthrug,
minute.
It's
Are
very
you?
easy to say yes.
Yes or no?
Are you?
Answer the question. Are you my mother?
Thank you. As the person who took off his spell, maybe he likes me a little bit now. Yeah. I should get advantage
Also,
on
go
all
get the
persuasion checks
king.
again.
In this moment, while this is happening, Ada is sending to the king and saying, "Please come over here right now. Something bad happened. Your wife is not here." I don't know how much of that got through, but
Please
I
don't
did
let these guards kill me after I ask this
For real.
question.
You can send Othwolf over there too. Go get the king.
I hear the music.
She looks down,
We're gonna have to roll
smirks
for
to
initiative.
herself a little bit.
Shit. No.
You just had to go digging, didn't you?
They're very good at it.
Mother?
She bears an
Get away
accolade.
from her. I would get
That's
away from her
not your
right
mother.
now.
That's not your mother.
That's not your mother, Your Highness.
And-
over here.
Before the prince can even blink, she has pulled her blade, grabbed him by the hair, and has a knife to his
Damn it.
throat, and is holding
Oh,
it there,
okay.
looking you all
Oh, I
down.
thought she was gonna kill him. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Back away across the bridge now. And our darling little boy doesn't have to get hurt. Am I lying?
You
Doesn't
were about
sound
being
like
his
it.
mom earlier, but now I think we got it. I think we got it now.
Is the king on his way?
Is the girl- Okay, okay.
Are
okay,
you-
I say
okay.
drop.
Is the prince trying to get out?
He's struggling a little bit, and
I would like a Karn to help the prince if the prince makes any valiant efforts to like try to
So-
escape. Just FYI.
She seems to be looking around, running some numbers, and then she snaps her fingers,
Oh shit.
and this energy snaps through the room.
Oh no.
Shit.
We're gonna go visit the
sorry,
witch
I need to
again.
Are we
one
gonna go see
thing.
the witch again?
We're gonna go see the witch
Damn it.
again.
Nope. Nope. Well, you're not going anywhere. Okay.
Don't like that phrasing.
Didn't either.
Sorry, I'm just double checking. Where did this go?
And did Ada's thing work before she did that?
What did Ada do? Sorry.
Oh, you didn't see.
I
Ada
cast
has
command and said drop. To drop the blade.
Cast command and you said drop. Okay. In that case, I need you to, Ada, I'm gonna make this a deck save to see if you could do it before she gets this in. This is very
Okay.
important.
I'm
Oh,
very
no.
bad at this. Oh no.
This is contested. She's also gonna make a deck save.
Oh.
Negative! It's a negative 1!
Okay.
Shit.
No.
And that was a nat 20 for
Oh
me.
shit!
Okay.
No.
So she
tried.
snaps her fingers, and a pulse rushes through the room. Everyone, apart from herself and the 2 allied frost giants that she has, are stunned. No save. It just happens. It's just activated.
Fuck.
I did
Get them
send to
into
the
the
king though.
You did. And just as you see the king on the other side of the bridge, Arun, um,
He sees that she has a
begins
knife.
dragging the prince, who is
Okay.
also stunned, over to the feasting hall, over to the dining area.
And he sees that?
Go back to the other side of the bridge. And when that pathetic waste of a king is ready with terms that I find agreeable, then we won't have to start dropping bodies. Get those to the hull as well. We'll need a few spares. Make sure we don't run out. Her allies drag Prince Guthrug, along with 3 other frost giants and 2 tall folk, into the dining area. And then you all feel the stun lift from you.
Shit.
Oh,
So-
that was
Are
scary.
the doors
That
open?
was really bad.
Oh, Lord.
Are the doors open?
Althwolf says, "So, wait, if that's not Queen Erun, then who is it?"
Well, I think we
Not
need to
somebody
go
who
and
fucking
find
know.
out.
Not somebody good. That's pretty apparent. That's
I-
all that matters.
You gotta worry about the fact that she's got friends as well in this place. Like, you got
Yes.
more than one
People are
enemy, it looks
I-
like.
infiltrated.
I don't know about the rest of
the
you, but
door-
I'm a bit worried that she is the fucking witch, not that she's controlled by one. Is the king on his way?
Magic.
Have we seen the
though.
king?
He
What?
he is standing at the far end of the bridge, in shock.
Oh, he saw the whole thing.
Everyone back to the
Yeah.
side of the bridge. Nobody lets them threaten my son. I don't want any of the hostages getting harmed.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
hope for the
Alright.
best right now.
Let's go back.
She wants conditions.
She wants that stupid horn. I knew it was a trap. I knew it. I knew the whole time this horn thing was a trap somehow. I got the little mechanics wrong, but like I feel very justified. Feels like a trap. Alright, okay. Rescue operation. Okay.
Now,
Offwolf, is there like a secret passage to get over there that's not this bridge? There's gotta be a way to get over there that's not this bridge. Like a back way?
I mean, usually we just take the halls everywhere. There's not really anywhere that frost giants would go
roof?
to get anywhere over there.
Okay,
We're
okay.
small. We're like rats.
We are small.
Yeah.
DM,
Yeah.
question. Was a Karn
yes.
stunned as well?
Ooh.
Because a Karn was invisible. Like, I'm trying to see if, like, was sight required to do the stunning action?
It was AoE. Akarn was affected as well.
Damn it. Okay, so distance, not... Oh, because I can't be invisible and expect to avoid that. That sucks. So is there any sort of paths over there, back tunnels, or is it just this bridge?
I mean, I suppose there's the rooftops.
We,
I
we can climb.
Are the
I can also get in behind them no matter what.
Oh.
We should probably go tell the king that we're gonna hope to maybe rescue his son so he doesn't try to kill us if he sees us going
Oh, sorry, I was
somewhere.
talking as the king.
Oh,
Oh
sorry.
yeah, I thought we were
Oh,
talking
my
to
bad.
king.
I thought you were talking.
Okay.
I thought you were Elfwolf. Sorry.
Is there a way at the bottom to
I mean, they're
climb
kind
up
of
the
along the
other
same
side?
vibes
Is
right
there like
now.
a door if we climb up the other side?
We need to cause a distraction.
I can
Elfwolf's
get in there without being
any
seen.
of the balconies, I suppose you can get to you can access the roof. Some of the rooms have thinner roofs than others. They can basically break like glass.
Yeah, you're okay. I'm gonna question your architecture and putting breakable roofs on, but whatever.
Okay.
I mean, they're replenishable ice. Like, we can just regrow it.
So if we were to somehow get over on top of and or near a window to that room, could we possibly send you some sort of notification to where you might be able to get her attention and say you have terms or something like that? Would that be something you'd be willing to do?
Does that
I'm not-
feasting room
I'm
have
not
windows?
Sure it doesn't. It does have a glass roof. Well,
Breaking
ice glass.
Breaking in through the roof. That's okay.
Do a Mission Impossible.
I'm not sure what terms she would find agreeable. I mean,
Well, it would have to be
what does she even want?
horn.
It would have to be
She wants the horn blown.
Sounds like she
Horn
wants
or
control
well,
over
It does sound like she wants
whatever
control
sort of authority
over
that you have.
and the horn. It doesn't sound like
Yeah,
because
she's
this is
not,
obviously
she's not
not
a
your
big fan
wife.
of yours.
So
perhaps she would take me in exchange for Guthrug?
I don't think so because you're the ruling monarch, and she needs you to blow the horn so she wouldn't switch hostages for you.
That's the thing. She might. That might be when she kill him.
Well, again, a distraction would be if we made it sound like the horn was blown.
I'm thinking she wants the king so she can kill him, so she'll be the ruling monarch and she can blow the horn herself.
I don't know. Would she technically be the ruling monarch? Is that how you get a ruling monarch, by killing the previous monarch, or would the son be the ruling monarch then? How do monarchies
My
work?
son is the current successor.
It really just depends on the monarchy.
What if the
In
king
either way, she can
said-
kill both the king and the prince.
True.
So if the king wrote a will right now that said some other person was gonna be his successor, does that mean we can deprive the queen of having the current ruling monarch if by some chance she did manage to kill the king? That's like a backup plan, I'm just saying.
I don't think.
Is that how magic works?
Not if she takes it by conquest.
No.
Oh, well, I don't know how magic works. This horn seems to be very aware of the situation. I'm just saying, it's a little bit weird.
I think we need a distraction.
Oh,
If
that's
she thinks
easy.
the horn went off, that's a good distraction. If everyone else knows, the king knows we're not actually doing
Okay.
it, they may not to react to it. She'd be distracted if she heard it.
Hey,
She doesn't
Jay,
know that.
could you go back to the map of, like, let's see, how far can I zoom out here? I have a very important question
Three
about
of
the
party
river's
members can turn
ability
invisible, or two of us
to,
can
like,
turn invisible and climb.
go
I have
over and
internal plane
attack
too. I
the
can
other
go
castle.
anywhere without being seen.
Mm.
Like, literally anywhere. I'm on a different plane.
Could I make the river flood the other castle? Part of the castle? Like, how much
Like
over...
Guthrug.
Can I, like, redirect
I'm
the
afraid
river a
that's
little
beyond
bit?
That is beyond the magic of the Frost Heart.
I don't care about the Frost Heart's magic. I don't care about my magic. Can I, like, make the river, like, go over there? That'd be nice. I was like, over there. And just, like, kind of batter against that.
I don't know,
That'd be a great
can
distraction.
you?
I don't know, can you? I need to know a lot of questions here about, like, the distance between the river and the, like, the ground around it. Like, is it 20 feet? Is it 30 feet? I can cause floods.
We established that it was 30 feet up.
For the
to
bridge.
the
But I'm
castle
talking about the base of, like, the thing to, like, crash into it. That was the bridge? Yeah, you disappointed me by 10 feet.
Yeah, the bridge is on the same level as the
the ground of the
surrounding realms.
Usually.
Ow. Well, I don't know. I live in a place where it's like a bridge is here, but the base of the building is here. It's like a shopping mall thing. I don't know if you've ever seen, like, a parking garage to a shopping mall. Sometimes the bridge is up here, but the base of the building is down here. I'm just wondering if the base of the... I would like architectural drawings of every place I go. All right, can't do that.
I kind of get the impression that roofs and us going in and a distraction might be the best thing. And the distraction could be asking her for what her acceptable terms might be.
How many allies does she have? Is it just her, the 2 guards? Like that's her
Those
team.
2, I'm pretty sure.
That's it.
Mhm.
And how many prisoners does she have?
The
1.
prince and 3.
Prince.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Are you
3 or
telling me
2?
she is outnumbered and is managing that?
No one
You
wants
can
a
always
prince
send a
but
Karn to
now
go
she has a
look.
sword to
Yeah,
attack
a
us.
Oh,
Karn.
plus like 2 more tall folk hostages.
Oh
Yeah.
So it's like the prince and 2 tall folk. Those are the whole hostages.
No, prince, 2 tall folk, and 3 other frost giants.
Jesus.
You're telling me she outnumbered herself, and yet okay, a Karn. I don't believe this. There cannot be 3 people that are just like holding. What, 6?
Well, we'd have to get her away from the prince because she has the dagger to his throat, so I don't think anyone wants to risk it. So if we can get that at least away, then they could turn and fight, but they can't really do anything while she's
Well, she's threatening
got
him.
that.
Anyone can cast fireball if they're trapped in a room, just for no apparent reason. And then
Cole has
also
a thing
revivify.
called, since he's a marauder, he has clear the decks, and it's all creatures within 5 feet make a strength saving throw of 8 plus proficiency bonus plus strength modifier, and if they fail, they get pushed 10 feet and they get knocked prone. So that's the only thing I have that might help on that first round.
Let's see. So I'm gonna wait for Karn to tell me how many allies she has, because I still think it's crazy that she managed to just round up more frost giants that can
people.
hold on to them.
6 people.
Well, 6 including the prince.
Yeah.
Yep. Give me a second. I'm just positioning everything where a Karn would see it.
You're still gonna have to tell me because I can't look through a Karn's token.
Yeah. Yeah, give me a sec. I'll put your token over there just so you can kind of see.
I'm gonna scoot mine over since I pulled up the map screen so others can see too. If that's cool.
Fine.
Sorry, I'm just
Well,
rearranging.
I could try to trap him in a wall of thorns. That's a possibility. Oh.
Yep. So yeah, Arun, it looks like they've tied up the hostages. So the ones with the little red icons are standing up, standing guard. Arun is kind of looming right behind Guthrug. And the other hostages are just tied up in chairs seated around the table.
If you guys want to just go in and fight him, I could throw a plane in there, secretly undo the ropes, and then at least we'll have all of them ready to fight with us when we start this, if we want.
I was
That
also
is
wondering
a
if
very good
Story
idea.
could chew through some ropes.
Are your portals obvious, or?
Well, it's ethereal plane, so I just open it, go in, and then when I come back out, I don't know, because we were making, I think last session before, we kind of decided a purple light kind of thing, so possibly
The Aurora
depends on where it came
Borealis.
from. Need a good breakdown of that room.
It would,
Know where to keep it.
yeah, basically anywhere where they have a sight line, they would be able to see you appear. So you would need full cover if you want them to not notice you show up.
We, in that case, could be the
So
distraction for
under
you.
the table.
And
You
I
mean?
passed out a trace too.
So we could attack, and then you could, bamf in and start untying people so they could help us. If
Unless we get
that's the
stunned
case.
again.
Invisible.
Could
Send the
Story
invisible
help
people in.
untie people by chewing on some ropes? She's very helpful.
He has a bite attack, and objects do have armor class and hit points, so
Nice.
yeah, that counts.
We could do Story.
Technically, I can only go by
Can you
myself, but
climn?
could I put Story in my pocket or
Climb.
something?
I mean, these are pretty tall chairs.
Yeah, 30-foot climb speed.
That's not bad.
Better than Ada.
Beautiful.
Is that what we want to do?
Then
Just Story untying people, or invisible?
Story
help
helps
me.
because there's
Okay.
6 people.
Personally,
Okay.
Okay.
get it done faster.
Let's do this then. Do we tell the king our plan what we're doing?
Also help?
I think he's
Untie
here as
people?
we're planning.
We're still ignoring the very, very real possibility of just being straight up stunned.
Well, you guys are coming right in. I'm not going to be stuck in there by myself the whole time.
but
Well, and
they
that's why
they
we
did it
were-
in like 2 seconds, like bam,
I
done.
know.
That's why we were
So
hoping
yeah,
for
this
a distraction for us to enter.
I still like to know.
Yeah, we
how
might
to
all die, actually. It's very possible here.
Do you want to just
Um,
leave and just let the frost giants deal with this shit by themselves?
I'm not saying that.
No.
I'm just saying
Well,
we gotta
then the
figure
hill
out.
giants are gonna kill
Yeah, I
Teresa.
All I'm
Yeah, we don't have
saying
much
is
of a choice.
that instead of the priority being free the prisoners, the priority might be stop the stunning and then free the prisoners.
Well, how many times can
Well,
they
it's
do
only
such a
me,
thing?
trained man.
I don't know. I don't know how they did it the first time. That was
No
very
idea.
powerful.
One person make an Arcana check.
Yeah, not me. I'm
Ooh.
dumb over here.
Can I
Oh,
pretend
I
to
didn't
help?
cast anything else with concentration, and that was all probably within 10 minutes. Did I see anything the first time she did
Ooh.
done?
Oh, good question. Um. Yeah. So.
Okay, this
let's
music
see.
is
Let me
hilarious.
double check.
I love it.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I don't use this one that often.
Spooky again. I
It was
love
very
it.
tense.
Yeah,
Also,
that's how
I
I'm
would like
feeling
to-
right now.
Yeah. You're not sure if it's like some kind of regular standard spell or some kind of weird ritual. It felt like a weird witchy primal thing. But her snapping was not her casting a spell. It was her activating something that was like prepared like a trap. So usually once a trap is triggered, then you can't really like unless you set it up again. But that usually takes time and effort to reset.
Karn's watching in the meantime to see if that's what they're doing, but
Do I still need to roll Arcana?
No, I think that's about what I was going to tell you.
Okay. It was probably more like a trap that she did, kind of like when we were fighting Vandal and you walked in and then you triggered it. Probably more like that. So, I mean, I don't know what else she can do, but
how tall is the room? If we're gonna come down from the ceiling, I would like to know how tall the ceiling
let's
is.
That room is actually all rooms basically are about 30 feet high.
That's no problem for me.
oh, I
That
can
was the number
teleport
you were
with my
waiting
duplicate.
for.
I'll just land on one of them. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I could do that. I could try to aim.
Alright.
Are we doing it?
Are we doing this?
I think
we're
this
doing
might be
it.
the best idea.
Okay.
So are we going the same way?
Before
Yeah, I don't
you
know. We
go,
decide am I going in or no.
I only ask that whatever you do, I would do anything to save my son's life. If I have to trade my life for his, I will do it.
Yeah, I mean, I
Right.
do like your son
Do
better than
have
you
a
anyways,
diamond
so
worth
that's
50
fine.
gold?
Do we?
Sorry,
Have a
what?
diamond?
We have one. I want another one.
Do we have what?
We have a diamond.
A diamond.
In
Yeah,
case of emergencies. Oh,
worth
sorry,
50 gold?
300 gold. 300. I was wrong.
300. Not readily
okay.
available. We have some valuables back in our bed chambers, but that's on the other side of the bridge.
Okay.
Just as a side note, I want to
have
do my
one.
magical cunning to get my spell slot back. Just FYI. I want to get my slot back.
Yeah, our planning doesn't count as a short rest, does it?
No, it's an esoteric rite for 1 minute.
No, I was asking for myself.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you haven't really had time for a short rest.
Yeah,
no.
it's fair. I would just get a first level back. It's fine.
So Odor and Skuld have been very quiet, just like observing, like ready to jump in if conflict breaks out. They've kind of been like quiet bodyguards, just lurking in the back of everything.
Because they're awesome.
Where would you like us?
Where would would you like to be?
Are they the stealthiest people? Maybe with the.
I mean,
king?
Odor was stealthing the heck out of life the other day, but
Just say, like,
That's the
okay.
other day. Odor, how
Not
Odor,
in
how
a-
are you feeling now?
Oh,
That was in nature. In a place like this, I don't think I could find enough cover.
what if once we go, I assume you'll hear a commotion. You try to come through the door as like come as backup almost. Like just kind of wait right on the other side of the bridge.
We will stand by on the bridge.
Okay.
I'm afraid I'm going to need to keep my people out of this in order to minimize risk to the hostages.
sure.
Okay.
You're on your own with this. But if you ask me to, I will try to invite not a rune, but whoever she is. Try to distract with negotiations. Like, should I do it on a signal, or should I just
Oh,
wait to see if things go poorly?
what kind of signal could we give you?
Does anybody have the ability to send long distance messaging?
Well, it takes a third level spell.
Oh, well then.
Yeah.
Nope, I
know.
can. How about a sound that sounds
Or-
like a lion's roar or beating drum? I can create the illusion of a sound that sounds like a lion, or drums, or any other sound you can think of. Something unique.
I mean,
Okay.
I could also do thunder.
Okay, you know
Or
what? Mine doesn't cost
Cole
a
could
spell
also
slot.
play the lore, and also do inspire while he's doing it.
Oh, you could do that, yes.
Ooh,
Well,
I like
maybe
that
I can
idea.
also play that giant horn. Just FYI, I can also play the horde.
App does
We'll
it really
never
well.
forget all your many skills.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so if I hear a weird noise, then I should
if you hear
Yeah.
a
try
horn,
to distract her?
probably.
Yes.
Sounds like the
Mhm.
horn is the best
Horn.
idea.
Do you think she'll pay attention to me if you're blowing horns?
Mm.
Well, it's not a horn. Is that a horn? What
It
is it?
is.
Well,
Oh,
okay. Question,
Hmm.
Ada. How
Mm.
far away can you make story appear?
100 feet?
Depending on where we are, could you make story appear somewhere where the king could see her and that could be his signal to do a distraction?
Yes, she wouldn't be able to chew through rope, but that could be okay as well.
I mean, it sounds like that might be the stealthiest way.
Yeah.
I
That's
can
true.
shoot
She's
an arrow
also
into the hallway. Just like straight into the wall.
Well, you're not going to be on the roof with us, are you? No. You're
Yeah, I'm hoping I can shoot an arrow that far and at least just hit a wall. But if you see an arrow, I don't know. That seems like a. So that's the only thing I got.
Yeah, Sigrun, I'm gonna give you something that's a little bit contradictory to, because earlier I was saying like your bird is not a familiar, so there's a lot of things it can't do.
Yeah.
It can fly away from you, like on command. So that would be something noticeable.
Oh, Skugga
From a
it is,
distance.
guys. They're here
okay.
for a reason.
All right.
This,
Bird.
there you go.
Look, see, birds are useful, Hap.
I
I'll let it fly
totally
down so
ignore
Quinn can
that.
see it really quick.
Sure. Put your bird in danger when I could just do a bird call sound with no birds required.
Okay, if I see or hear that bird or the sound of that sounds like that bird, then I will try to get her
Perfect.
attention for
Mm-hmm.
something that at least resembles negotiations.
Yes, that
Uh.
sounds great.
We doing this?
I guess so.
I think so.
Roof time.
Hi. Well then, do that first. Just to have it. There. See you later, guys. I'll obviously wait for you guys to be. I can see within 60
cast
feet.
invisibility, just in case. In case you can see through the glass in the roof.
I have to make sure you guys are in position before I do anything, but
If that's
once
the
I know
case,
you're
should I
up,
be going with you or should I be staying here? Because I can't be invisible. You guys apparently can, but I can't.
I mean, I can be.
do you
I
want to
kind
wait
of
by the
want
door?
to say
Most
that.
I don't
3 different sides.
I don't know if it's worth it for you
Okay.
to be invisible. I mean,
I
if you
agree.
do, well, that'd be blowing the horn. She'd totally hear that.
Okay, if they're coming from the roof, I'm gonna be from behind. You could be from the door. We just come in from 3
Yeah.
different angles. If you want to just wait by the door for them
I
to
could even go with you.
signal.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically, I can only put 1 person in the plane, but I'm okay
Okay.
breaking that
right.
rule.
Okay.
Dina's
That's
okay.
okay. No, if you can only do that.
Maybe they'll
Did
say
we
yes.
did we get a look at like the glass roof when we were in there in the feasting hall? Like, what did it look like transparent at all? Like you could see through it?
How thick is it?
It is very transparent, yes.
Shit.
But
I've-
it is thin enough that you could basically just punch through it with a single attack
Okay,
and get some kind of opening.
so
Well, I already cast
Col-
my stuff,
Col-
so I guess I'm
Col
waiting in position.
Col can expend an invisibility like that. So be on the roof.
You'll
If you-
bust through, and then we can.
Yeah.
So, should I go with Team Roof? Where should I be? Because I am not sneaky. I can try,
Me
but I
neither.
am not terribly.
So if Cole's invisible and breaks through the roof, at that point they know what's going on.
Mhm.
Okay.
So then it doesn't matter if the rest of us are invisible.
Okay, I can do that.
Where's Hap in this scenario?
Where is happiness scenario? You know what? I am such a good climber, and I can also be invisible. Thank you very much. So I might as well go on Team Roof. I am also good at falling 30 feet. In fact, I have created an entire attack that is basically is called me falling 30 feet. FYI, the thing I never get to do. Day one, I invented my
Fine.
attack.
I knew this was gonna happen when KJ said 30 feet. I was like, uh-oh.
Let me find it. I wrote this down. It was a whole thing.
Oh my god.
I just called it
excited
falling
to see this
attack.
finally.
Falling attack.
Yeah, it's just called falling attack.
Falling
It just be
attack.
falling. Except I don't know if them being a giant is really gonna impact this.
Team roof.
Yeah,
Team Roof.
cool. Actually, let's see if I can share this. Share it. It's my whole falling
God,
attack.
I love it.
That's what I'm gonna do it.
Love it.
Wow.
And neither
Oh
of
my
them is
God.
tiny.
None of them are tiny.
Yeah, that's not
for
even
sure.
like
We invented this whole
yeah,
thing.
it's not even like an actual feat. It's like the implications of Hap taking no damage from falls less than 30 feet, but like falling
Wow.
on creatures has rules, and so
Wow.
like there's a
Wow.
this is
That's
just the rules
amazing.
interaction of that we had to
Yeah.
figure out
Yeah.
That's amazing.
like last year.
Yeah.
yeah. It would have been about
never
this time
showed up,
last year we
so.
were planning that.
Yeah. It never got to be used.
Well,
I think that
Solid.
Ada's gonna go with Sigrun because I can teleport with my duplicate. And I'm not physically inclined for climbing.
Well, you'll benefit from pass without a trace too. So
Right.
Yeah, might as well be
Right.
invisible.
Okay.
Team Roof,
let's do it.
Is that your team roof?
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I've
well.
been told.
Okay.
I just didn't know because it was transparent, but
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just going where people tell me.
All right.
Don't
Let's
be
start
loud
with
when you're
the...
climbing.
Can you climb?
I don't know.
All right.
we have
What is
climbing
a
gear.
Druid team roof?
I mean, we have.
You're gonna slide off
Flying
this
down the
ice.
ice.
Look,
So I will say you do have climbing equipment. So
Yeah,
I don't
we
think
have
you need to be
climbing
So,
worried
equipment
you
that
can
was
climb.
given to us by the
Sure,
friggin'
sure.
historian.
That's great. I have claws.
Same.
Gar.
So I'm staying inside. I don't know. Where am I going?
I mean, you can try to follow us, I guess. Just don't mess up our invisible roof attack with your climbing equipment.
I'll stay inside then. You climb.
You
I
can stand
can't
by the
promise
door
I
when
won't.
Skugga flies by. You'll know to rush in.
Okay, I'm staying inside now.
Okay.
It's okay. I have
All
claws,
right,
but I can't climb.
So let's start with rooftop people. Is it just Cull and Hap? Invisible?
Invisible. We got climbing speed.
Is
I
it
have
raining? No.
I have protective
Okay.
fur from the cold.
All right. You two easily get onto the rooftops. You both have a climb speed, so no checks needed. You're able to basically make your way over the canopy that overhangs the bridge, because it's like covered with like openings, like it's like the Harry Potter bridge, like with all those like it's like a big long massive narrow balcony thing. So there's like a roof, but it's open air, like that. So you are able to peer into the dining area. And are you just gonna like bust through, or are you just trying to like see and assess things for now?
Just assess things really quick. Are they talking? Can we hear anything? Or if not, can we read lips?
I mean, I have Karn in there this whole time, so
That's
you
true.
know.
Oh,
The
doesn't
Karn's
know
just been
that.
hanging out.
He doesn't know where a Karn is.
I know.
Yeah.
But nobody.
It's very tense and very quiet in there. Queen Erun, or whoever is wearing her face, is being very mockingly sweet to the prince, and being very casual about, like, you know, being very threatening with the dagger, just like putting it close to his throat and like pointing it at the other hostages, and it's all just dark and threatening.
My token.
So the rest of you, are you positioning yourselves at the end of the bridge, or like where are y'all headed?
Sorry. Forgot where I was.
Man, my falling attack doesn't even work. What is the size of these giants? They're large. Are they giant or are they large?
They're huge.
Yeah, my falling attack doesn't even work.
The tall folk are large. The giants are huge.
I can't. I would literally just land on them and do nothing.
I
At least
would
I don't take
get
damage.
as close as I could with that to where they still
two or more
see
sizes
me.
larger. Yeah.
I'm small.
Wherever that is.
Small.
They can still take damage. They just can't be knocked prone by you falling on them.
It still feels lame.
Okay. So if you were trying to get across the bridge unseen, that will require a stealth check from everybody in that group.
Now, you said we had
I'm
pass
in the
without
ethereal
trace, though, right?
Yeah, I'll walk by. I'm in a different plane, though, of existence.
Oh, well then we can't benefit from that, can we?
I can wait to go into the plane if you want to wait until after we're on the bridge. If you want? Okay.
Okay.
I can do
Sure.
that.
I'm sorry, Sigrun, does your ethereal thing, does that last for like just one round, or is it like a sustained
8
thing?
hours. It's up to 8 hours, so I can. I can post it. I think there it is.
I thought when it was a class ability, it's like it does the spell, except it's like only for a round.
I have no. I posted it in there, so I have no idea.
Where is it?
Yeah, so that's the
Whatever you say,
spell,
I have no idea.
But there's the class ability that gives it to you, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm completely lost. So whatever you tell me is what we'll go with, because I have zero.
Yeah, we only have 4 minutes left,
idea
so I don't think it's going to be relevant in the next 4 minutes. So we'll have time to double check it.
Probably not.
Yeah, because it's like it's a crazy high level spell, so they had to mitigate it somehow. So yeah, last I checked, and I'll double check this between sessions, but You're able to dip into the ethereal plane, but not for 8 hours. I think it's just a single round that you're able to do that.
So you'd have to wait until after
Good
we
to know, 'cause that'll have
started.
changed a lot of the plan. Well, I'm back on the bridge though, so pass without trace everyone benefits from now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give myself Blessing of the Trickster.
Sweet. So stealth.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
bingo, Drew.
Oh, I did that with
Go.
advantage. Sorry, it was 16
Oh,
though.
wait.
Still, so that'd be 26.
16.
Is that the plus?
Okay.
Plus 10.
I'm gonna use my
Trace?
extra d20 roll from doing
Plus 10.
Oh, silvery barbs.
silvery barbs and try to roll again. Oh, it's worse. Great.
Still
So
plus
okay.
10.
a 19.
I got a
19.
26.
Okay.
28.
Okay. And then 28. Okay, so the lowest one's 19. That does beat their passive perception.
Woo!
Okay.
Okay, so now here's the thing. You all are not invisible. So if you just walk out into open area where they are looking, they will see you.
Yeah.
So they either need to be looking the other way or you need to have cover. So you're basically about as far as you're able to get before they spot you. And
Well, see, this is
yeah,
not how I
Odor
saw
and
this
Scold are kind of
going.
hanging back for now. Okay.
Not much.
Story is still very small and could probably avoid notice. You do have your people ready to swoop in from the rooftops and distract, hopefully simultaneously. But I'm gonna give you more time to think about this and just wrap up the session here because there is a lot going on. So we will resolve that later. Because yeah, as you can tell, it is an extremely delicate situation and everybody's fine. So we will see how the hostage situation with the frost giants and whoever the heck that was gets resolved next week as we continue Ink of Fate. We stream every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, here on Twitch, and our VODs get ported over to YouTube during the following week. So username is KJ_Podif on both of those. So please get caught up on old episodes. Join us for new ones. We're very excited to have you in whatever capacity you feel like joining us. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to say, but right now I'm just really excited for next week because I have no clue how this is gonna go, and man, I'm sure it's gonna be wild. So we will see you all next week. Have a good rest of your week. Enjoy your Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day, President's Day. I guess there's a president. Whatever. Valentine's Day. Have fun with that. Enjoy, everybody. Skål.